A tradition nearly 6 decades in the making. 2 powerhouse football programs with 19 state championships between them. 2 legendary coaches that built the foundation who reside on the Mount Rushmore of Michigan high school football. 64 times they've met on the gridiron, just 3 games separated from being a statistical dead heat. Tonight, the site of the original Boys Bowl, historic Wisner Memorial Stadium, a rivalry is renewed. 2 teams led by head coaches, mentored by their fabled predecessors. Both teams coming off big wins in their season openers. This is the matchup that means more to the student body and both communities, past and present. Bragging rights are on the line. The combatants forced to live with the outcome for the rest of their lives. USA Today calls it one of the top 10 high school football rivalries in the United States. It's Birmingham Brother Rice versus Detroit Catholic Central. The Warriors, the Shamrocks, state champs, Game Time Live. Let's get after it.
And welcome into venerable Wisner Stadium here in Pontiac, Michigan. Just a beautiful night here. Where else would you rather be on a Saturday night in the fall than right here? Brother Rice, Catholic Central, C.C. Rice, nothing better. And I'm here with a guy that has a unique perspective on all of it, and very happy to be with him. Let's welcome in Coach Pop. Coach, first of all, it's a pleasure to see you, pleasure being with you. What can you say about this matchup?
First of all, pleasure's all mine. I appreciate it, Sean. Unbelievable night, unbelievable matchup. We know that this goes back 65th meeting, 3 games separate them. Right now the hearts are pounding for every player, every parent, every coach. Nothing like the excitement of this rival. Top 10 in the country.
Let's pause for a moment for our national anthem.
Give me some white guys. Give me some white guys. Right there, yeah.
Well, Coach Pop, as you well know, it is a mixed bag when you're talking about late September weather. We were joking about it earlier. You might get 45 degrees and pouring rain. You might get 88 degrees. I'm not sure if we could have better weather to get this one started.
Absolutely perfect weather. Little breeze, nice and cool out. Sunset was gorgeous. Unbelievable backdrop here at Wisner Stadium. What a phenomenal evening we're going to have.
You know, it doesn't matter. You touched on something before we kick this off. It doesn't matter what the records are. This is Catholic Central, Brother Rice, C.C. Rice. Throw it all out the window. I know that's become such a cliche, but you've had a front row seat for it. It's real.
Oh, it is real. Absolutely. The intensity, what the tradition's been built on. You look at things on paper and it looks one way, and I got news. When they start playing, it can be completely different. Super excited to see what happens tonight.
No doubt about that, and it is a pleasure, wherever you may be, to have you join us here on the Sports Champs Sports Network. My name is Sean Belegian. Of course, he's Coach Pop. We will check in with the third man of our crew, Lauren Plant, in a matter of moments. LP doing great things down on the field. He will be our sideline reporter tonight. So just to set the stage for you, Brother Rice will be kicking off into the night here. You can probably hear the wind right now. Wind is going to be a factor. You just have to accept that. It's not too crazy, but this is an old stadium, Coach, and you can kind of see when you look at the flags. On one side, it doesn't look like it's moving too much. On the other side, it's swirling. And I know you're familiar with Wayne State. Tom Adams Field is a lot like that old building.
You better believe it. Guys catching punts, kickoffs, throwing the ball, catching the ball. It's going to play a factor. There's no doubt about it.
We are underway. Kickoff taking about the 14, makes a cut at the 25. A little space there, tripped up right at the 30-yard line, and that is where this Catholic Central offense will take over. Declan Bile, a fine-looking junior quarterback to lead them on the field.
Absolutely worked his tail off this summer. Everywhere I would go working, he's out working. Unbelievable example and leader for their team. I had a very good week last week, make some big-time throws. Excited to see him play tonight.
Yeah, both of these teams entering this game 1-0. Doesn't matter what the records are. Let's say it again. There's your cliche. Throw them out the window when you got the Warriors and the Shamrocks going head-to-head. Bile under center, looks over the defense, sends a man in motion out of the backfield. Back to pass on first down. Lofting it high, far side of the field. Wind got under that ball. I think we saw the wind there. It's blowing directly this way. Ball sailed a little bit.
Yep, got ball up in the air a little bit, took off, had the tight end. I'm sure people at home saw that running down the middle. I'm pretty sure Brother Rice was happy he didn't see him.
Coach, it's amazing, though, how quickly the Shamrocks changed who and what they are offensively. This is not a Coach Mack team. Let's put it bluntly.
No. This is absolutely Coach Kevin Glenn, the offensive coordinator in the Canadian League for 18 years, has brought some new things to this.
Wide receiver each side, going to keep it on the ground now. Draw up the middle, breaks one tackle, punches it past the 35 up to about the 36-yard line. Good hard run will give him 5, setting up a 3rd and 5 now for the Shamrocks.
Looks like Connor Bell is the answer as their number 1 running back went down last week, so giving him a shot.
Declan Bile again, the 6'2", 175 junior. Going to set trips far side, 1 near side. Overlooks the defense. He's got a back on his right hip. Shotgun formation. Back to pass, coming up top, near side of the field. He's got a man out there, overshoots him just a bit. Good coverage by Lance Williams out there, the senior defensive back. And the Brother Rice defense makes a statement here early on, Coach.
Yep, did a good job, stopped the run, and made him a couple incompletions on the pass. Good coverage, good play. See what we can do with this punt return.
Once again, so glad you can join us here on the State Champs Sports Network. He's Coach Pop. I'm Sean Belegian, Lauren Plant, the 3rd member of our broadcast crew, and we've got an outstanding crew here tonight. I'll tell you what, I was at the De La Salle Brother Rice game last week. Brother Rice won a thriller in double overtime, and this guy awaiting the punt, number 7, Rocco Melia, was certainly one of the players of the game. High booming punt, fair catch faked, gets a CC bounce inside the 10, and look at that, dives right down at the 8. A fantastic kick, great coverage. Brother Rice going to start this possession within the shadow of their own goal line.
Absolutely, and again, that wind playing a factor. Cooked that ball all the way down. They're inside the 10. You got to put something together, work for a first down.
The Warriors missing some key components offensively. This is just the reality of high school football this year, Coach. Everybody's got to get used to it. And so they're going to have to make do without some key components.
Yeah, I understand there's 5 kids out with COVID, and one of them is their starting center. So hopefully this young man, next man up, as they always talk about. Here we go, you get an opportunity.
So here come the Warriors in the shadow of their own end zone. Got a receiver split each side, single tailback. The give is to the tailback. He gets to the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Not sure he got to the line of scrimmage, Coach. A big surge by the guys in white. It was D'Angelo on the carry, and that CC defensive line is the real deal.
Boy, I'll tell you what, every year their front 7 is just unbelievable, and they are big and strong and move very well.
Loss of 1 on the play, setting up a 2nd and 11. Let's see what they decide to do here. Receiver split each side, under center again on this 2nd and 11. Shamrocks show blitz. They pitch it outside to where the blitz is coming, trying to get to the edge. Finds a little real estate out there, not a lot. Pushed out of bounds after a gain of 3 yards, but a 3rd and long now for the Warriors.
Wise choice, getting on the outside a little bit, away from the strong front seven. Make them chase you down. Let's see what they come up with on third down here, Sean.
Gain of 4 on the play, 3rd down and 7.
Well, they'll call that a gain of 4, so indeed it will be a 3rd and 7 now. Warriors made plays when they had to last week. There's no other way to say that. Jake Coulter now directing his backfield. Starts one way, now the other. Claps his hands. Under center now on this big 3rd and 7. Coulter's going to roll near side, look near side, in trouble, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, and he takes a big hit at the end of that play, but bounces up. Coach, I don't know what you saw, flag on the far side of the field. Saw that coming at the late second, but right through the hands of the intended receiver.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a legal man downfield possibly, and you're right. Coulter made a good job getting that ball in his hands, but boy, he took a big hit. Holy smokes.
Well, you know a little something about coaching quarterbacks. Coulter, you're seeing more and more of it now, Coach. Guys rolling out to their opposite side and throwing to their opposite side.
Yeah, they're bigger and stronger, and they work and work and work at it, and boy, oh boy, they're more proficient. He's also a baseball signee at University of Kentucky, so multi-talented young man right there.
Davenport go back for
See if the Shamrocks come after this one. 10:08 to go here, first quarter, no score yet. Punting from their own end zone are the Warriors. Nice snap, gets it away. Trying to set up that return. Boy, the wind held that up. Contact made, but the ball taken on the fly. Past the 45, up to about the 39-yard line, but they're going to throw a flag every time there, Coach.
Absolutely. Hit him early. Did not give him an opportunity to catch the ball. Smart play by Sam Dursa, picking that thing up and seeing if he can't get some extra yardage.
Nothing wrong with that. The return went to the 41. The officials are going to talk about it. The flag was thrown about the 46-yard line. We'll let smarter math minds than mine try to figure out where they're going to put that, Coach.
Interesting. Coulter's the punter, too, so you wonder maybe later on in the game if that doesn't play into it, maybe a little fake throw, something like that. We'll have to see how that pans out.
Looks like Catholic Central is going to take over right from where the return was. Officials still discussing it. Now they're moving it up. We'll get the spot for you momentarily. You know, it's interesting, Coach, and it's easier probably for you to accept this when you're up here. You know what? I'm all for the officials having a conversation. Just get the call right, you know?
100%.
And I think that's one thing that the MHSAA, these guys take their time, make sure you get the call right.
I agree, 100%. There's not a coach on the sideline would like anything different. It might take a little time, but they like that right call. You are 100% right on that one.
Moving it up yet again. And as I said, hey, you know what? Take your time, get the call right. They're going to move it up. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the return. Catholic Central in great position now. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Single back on Biles' right hip. Man in motion from the left to the right. They hand it off on the jet. Looking to get to the edge. 25, flag is thrown, steps out of bounds about the 20-yard line.
Looks like we might have a hole here on the edge here. Trying to hook the defensive back. I think he grabbed him.
Holding.
Interesting, too, to see Catholic Central is in the shotgun and Brother Rice is under center, and boy, hasn't that been the opposite ever since traditionally.
We'll repeat. First down.
So they'll move him back 5 yards, setting up a 2nd and 15 for the Shamrocks, just outside the 30-yard line, just underway. In case you're just joining us here on the State Champ Sports Network, both teams, 1, 2, 3, kick. Catholic Central in a position now with a 1st and 14 from the 30-yard line. 2 split near side, 1 far side. Bile, shotgun formation. Miscommunication, goes to his knee, pops back up. Let's see if they're going to mark him down where the knee hit. They should, right, Coach Bob?
Yes, sir. When he touched the football, his knee was on the ground. He's down at that point. Quick-minded in play there to get that fumble. That could have been a Rice turnover.
Coach, I'll tell you what, I've had a chance to see 3 games early in this season so far. The miscommunication between the running back and the quarterback early on, is that a sign of maybe not getting all the reps that you normally get in before a season?
Absolutely. Missed those first 2 weeks like you can't believe. Opportunity to get to learn each other and the chemistry built.
Trip receivers far side. Bile taking his time in the shotgun. Two-step drop. Looks over the middle. Overshoots everybody. Good coverage. Number one by the corner, and then the safety came over as well. So right now, that pass intended for Blakita. Right now, the defense is really flexing their muscle in this one.
Doing a great job. I see Tommy LaRuzzi coming over there helping out on that. That's an excellent job. And offside safety playing the number 3 receiver.
Boy, I tell you what a moral victory this would be for the Warriors if they could get a stop here, especially with Catholic Central starting, at the 26-yard line.
Yes, sir. If they can get a stop here and hold them to a punt, that's a real good job by them. Good, strong defensive set so far.
So the Shamrocks making some substitutions now. Bile looking to the sideline. 4 receivers. He's got 2 each side. Shotgun formation. Warriors show blitz. Let's see if they bring it. They back off and rush 4. Bile under pressure. Throws, man, wide open at the 20. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Boy, standing all by himself was the captain of the Shamrock team, Sam Dursa, and he did a little high step into the end zone as well. A big 33-yard touchdown from Bile to Dursa, and the Shamrocks strike first.
Yep, senior already committed to Saginaw Valley as a receiver. Again, he and Declan working all summer. I mentioned in the beginning, and bing, bang, boom. There it pays off for a touchdown early in the game.
Point after attempt now.
It's a heck of a field goal kicker. He can really boom it.
Snap down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Catholic Central strikes first, 9:36 to go here in this first quarter. On a 3rd and 19, a 33-yard touchdown pass from Declan Bile to his captain, Sam Durson. Just one of those things when he stepped up, he created a little more space for himself. Coach, that makes all the difference in the world.
Oh, that, and he didn't panic. He stayed a thrower. He's a big 6'2" young quarterback. He's got a good mind on him. Stayed in control, composed, found the open man, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Well, let's see if the Warriors can get this offense going. I'll say this. I was at their win last week, Coach, against De La Salle. And they made plays when they had to, a couple different times, and they came away with a thrilling double overtime victory. But, Coach, again, when you're talking about some pieces coming out of the lineup and some key pieces, your center in particular, there's got to be an adjustment from the offense in that regard.
Absolutely. You wonder if that's one of the reasons. I know they were pinned down, but if that's one of the reasons, maybe the center's better snapper under center than he is in the gun. They might be concerned about that. Could be one thing. Just taking some of your starters out after the cohesive that you have built, it really hurts you. So hopefully we'll get a return here. And, Catholic Central's looking with a good kicker to pin them deep with this wind.
That good kicker, absolutely Charlie Menser, as we'll get a replay of that last touchdown. You can hear what Coach Pop was talking about momentarily. We're going to kick this off first. Number 47, Charlie Menser. He's got the wind at his back. I have a feeling he's going to send this one deep. Let's see.
Oh, you're not kidding.
And deep it goes. No doubt about that. Nearly out of the back of the end zone. That is one heck of a kicker. Let's take a look, if we can, to the guys in the truck at that touchdown that put CC up 7-0. Coach, what are you seeing here?
Well, again, they're in that spread offense. They're in a double set here. Declan's going to kind of climb right up in the pocket, stay composed, eyes downfield, and he hits him with a strike, and the entire defense shifted with his eyes. Great job by Declan.
So Jake Coulter, the 6'6", 170-pound junior, leads Brother Rice onto the field. This their second possession. Trip receivers on the near side of the field. Little confusion. They need one more guy out there. Coulter noticed that, gets him out there. Trip receivers near side, one far side. Catholic Central on top, 7-0. So glad you can join us. Coach Pop, Sean Belegian, Lauren Plant down on the field. Coulter has trouble with the snap but releases. Gets a block at about the 20. Not much room up there. Dances his way up to the 24. Good job picking up an extra couple of yards at the end of that play.
Yeah, getting the ball in Cole Lockenaria's hands out there in a little space is going to help this team.
If you're a Brother Rice fan, or maybe just a high school football fan, I think you know that last name, Coach.
Yeah, Lockenaria, been around a while. State champions as quarterbacks and as a receiver. now coaching together at Lawrence Tech University. It's pretty cool.
No doubt about it. Coulter shotgun again on this 2nd and 7. Two-step drop, back to pass, complete for a first down. Hit him about the 29, and Johnny Dalamonte knew exactly where the stick was, puts his shoulder down, gets that first down, and Coach, maybe that's what the Warriors need right now. Just find a little something to get some confidence going on offense.
Again, hit Gianni, hit Cole, get Mealy out there, get him involved, get him away from that strong front 7. I think it's a great plan.
1st and 10 now for the Warriors. Trips far side, 1 near side, single set. Coulter in the shotgun. Going to keep it on the ground. Not much room up front. Again, a big wall of white there to close up what was a very, very small hole. And Coach, you mentioned it. Always. It's just you set your watch to it. The Shamrocks got some boys up front.
Oh, absolutely. And they worked their tails off in the weight room, and it shows every single year playing with them. Absolutely. The pre-work that they get in, and you see it all the time. Big, strong kids, and tenacious. Absolutely tenacious, getting after it.
2nd and 10 now. You can see Coulter looking at his arm. He's got those scripted plays on his arm. Comparing notes now with his setback. Trips far side. Awaits this snap in the shotgun formation. Going to keep it on the ground. Hit in the backfield and blown up. I want to make sure I get this, but was that Michael Baydoun coming in? The defensive tackle just blew that up before that play had a chance to go anywhere, Coach.
Very difficult to get any running game going if the defensive end and the tackles are in the backfield. Very difficult.
That is going to go in the books as a loss of a couple, setting up what should be about a 3rd and 12. So let's see what Coach K and his staff dial up here. Shamrocks on top, 7-0. In case you're just joining us, a 33-yard touchdown pass from Declan Bile to Sam Dursa. Man in motion from the left to the right. Coulter under pressure and brought down. What an outstanding effort that time. Not only beating his man, but with one arm making the tackle. Sean Field, the captain on the defensive side of the ball, and the Shamrocks force the Warriors to punt.
And I'll tell you what, you see right off the bat, a couple of captains on the team making big plays. It happens all the time with really good teams. That's why they're the leaders, and that's why they've earned the captain.
You coaches do a pretty good job of picking those captains, don't you?
I'll tell you what, you find them pretty easily. Kids follow them, and they're great leaders, and that's who you need.
Kicking into the wind now. Shamrock's going to try to set up another return. Line drive kick going to be taken at the 47-yard line. Cut at the 47 by Dursa. Makes one man miss. Another man miss. Look out, 40, 35. Nice return there. An explosive vision by Sam Dursa. They're going to mark him down at about the, let's see where they officially mark it, 32-yard line. That should be a return of about 21 yards. Didn't look like he had any space out there, Coach.
Again, great vision, as you mentioned earlier, and a college-bound athlete and just making great decisions. And again, the captain making the play, setting his team up for successful position.
So here comes Declan Bile, Shamrock's 3rd possession of the game. Great territory again, setting up shop at the Warrior 33-yard line. Shotgun formation for Bile. He's got a back on his right hip on this first down. Whistles blow before the play starts. Brother Rice is going to take a timeout.
Their first of the first half.
Coach, so far, it's one of those things where Catholic Central, the physical aspect of Catholic Central really showing, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. Again, the front 7, and then it's not just the physicality that you see, but their movement. They're so well coached. They're gap-oriented. They teach the kids right. The kids are following their rules, and they're doing a heck of a job getting in those gaps and clogging them up.
Well, Coach Pop, we have a legend on the broadcast crew tonight. The one, the only, Lauren Plant down on the field. Lauren, how are you?
I'm good, Sean. Thank you very much. I'm still pinching myself that we're actually playing high school football here in 2020. Certainly, we needed a boost. I'm going to be kind of the role of historian over the course of this broadcast, and I want to first pay homage and recognize this magnificent stadium, Wisner Stadium. A little history on it. Built in 1941, named for the former governor Moses Wisner. He was a Pontiac resident and a lawyer, became active in the anti-slavery movement. The governor's house is actually located just on the property adjacent to the stadium. There's more history here. I'll let you guys get back to the game. Come back to me. I'll give you more love about this magnificent building.
Yeah, Connor Bell blown up there, hit in the backfield, slowed down and then brought down after a gain of nothing, as a matter of fact. They're very lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Big surge that time by the men in black.
Yeah, Oscar McWood with a great timed run blitz there for a good play in the backfield.
Bile overlooks the defense now. Shotgun formation, going to keep it on the ground. Bell makes one man miss, makes another man miss, plunges over the 30-yard line down to the 29-yard line. Good second and third effort just to pick up 4 yards, but a 3rd and 6 scenario now for the Shamrocks.
Good hustle by the defense, flowing to the ball on that, sticking with that tackle. We often talk about the big guys lifting weights, but they lift their weights throughout the program, and you can tell right there in a good, strong run.
So let's see what Coach Anderson and his offensive staff dial up here now. A 3rd and we'll call it 6. 2 receivers split near side, 1 far side. Biles shotgun again. Back to pass. He's got all the time. Throws over the middle. He's got a man out there in and out of his hands. 2 yards deep. Boy, I'll tell you what, Chris Goebel had a step on his man, and Bile really delivered that pass where only Goebel was going to grab it.
And again, I just the poise in the pocket there. Didn't panic. Made a really good throw right into his hands, and he dropped it. And you know what? It happens. There's that 2 weeks again. A number of 200-300 reps. It just shows.
Charlie Menser on now for, let's see where they spot this. They're going to spot this at about the 36. This is going to be about a 46. We'll call it 47-yard field goal. He's got the leg. He's got the wind at his back. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. Boy, they had to have a discussion themselves, Coach, because where we're sitting, I thought it was in.
I put my arms up. I thought it went in the middle, but obviously the guy over there in the right upright said, no, sir, did not go in.
Boy, he had the leg, though. You talked about it, Coach. He's got a cannon for a leg, and with the wind behind his back, they didn't hesitate to send him out there.
Absolutely not. I walked into practice yesterday, get a feel for the team, and he's kicking 55-yarders like it's nothing. Now he's got some wind. He would have made that thing from 55. Rice is fortunate to come out of that. Ball on the 20, 1st and 10 now.
Well, let's see if the Warriors can repay the defensive effort there. Coulter back on the field. Jake Coulter, 6'6", 170-pound junior quarterback. Trip receivers near side, 1 far side. Barks out the signals on this 1st and 10 from the 29. Back to pass with the 4-man rush, finds Rocco. Over the middle, Rocco, like a pinball, bounces off one would-be tackler, goes into a pile. They still can't bring him down. That's going to be good enough for a 1st down. And, Coach, I'll tell you what, you find a way to get the ball into your playmaker's hands. 7, Rocco Melia is a playmaker.
Absolutely. Great route and a little dig route there. Came over the middle. Coulter put it right in his chest. Keep him safe, have an opportunity to make a play, and they got a 1st down.
Clock running, 4:55 to go here, 1st quarter. Catholic Central on top, 7-0. 1st and 10 for Brother Rice. Back to pass. Coulter gonna run now. Takes a big hit at about the 35-yard line, falls forward to the 37-yard line. Boy, he's holding that ball out like that loaf of bread, though, Coach. Nobody likes to see that.
Got to tuck that thing away when you take off. I thought he did a good job keeping his eyes downfield. He saw an opening and, good 7-yard gain. You'll take it.
Take that all day. Lanky junior quarterback. As I mentioned, 6'6" and 170 pounds. Now he looks to the sideline with his trip receivers split on the near side, 1 far side. Manageable 2nd and 3. Let's see what Rice does here. Back to pass, 2-step drop, swings it out of the backfield, incomplete. Looking when he should have been catching, I think is the best way to say that about Charlie D'Angelo.
100% right on that call right there, Sean. He just looked upfield, see what he could do, and forgot to catch the ball first.
Not a bad call on a 2nd and 3, though, right?
Very good throw. Actually threw into a blitzing end, which was excellent, and he got the ball off quickly. Great job.
So 3rd and 3 now for Brother Rice, looking to get a little continuity out of their offense. Trip receivers again, split near side. Coulter in the shotgun, back to pass. CC rushes forward, feels the pressure, steps up, throws, completes. Right at the 42-yard line, makes a cut, makes another cut over the 45. He's got the first down and more up to the 47-yard line. Lacanaria again.
Hey, great patience by Cole, sitting where his quarterback needed him to be on the check down route. You saw him push up in the pocket, found him open, first down. Excellent job.
You coaches make it sound so simple. Just hearing you talk, it's amazing. I appreciate that.
Well, when you get good players doing good things, it makes it simple for a coach, trust me.
So big first down there for Brother Rice. Got a little something going offensively now. 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Coulter in the shotgun. They're going to send a blitz up the middle. Throws, completes to Milia. Good coverage out there. Didn't let him get away this time. Caught into Shamrock territory, but no more than that. But with that being said, nice gainer on a first down.
I'll tell you what, you get 4 and 5 on first down, it opens up your playbook. You can do some things from there. The focus on the catch there, I really like that. You know, he could have tried to take his arms out, make a quick move. He did not. He secured it. Here we go, 2nd down and 5.
So another 4-receiver set, this time 2 split each side. Coulter again in the shotgun, as he's pretty much been most of the night here. Going to keep it on the ground this time, hitting the backfield, but good cut, avoiding one would-be tackler, but finally a big pile of white on the far side of the field brought him down. But, you know, what looked like it could have been a loss of a couple, D'Angelo kind of saved some face there, Coach.
Yeah, he did a great job to get across that line of scrimmage and gain a little bit of positive yards there to a flowing defense.
3rd and 5 now for the Warriors. Certainly want to keep this drive going and keep their defense off the field. Their defense had been on the field quite a bit so far here in this first quarter. Trip receivers near side. Shamrocks show blitz again. Coulter look into the sideline, awaiting the call from the sideline.
Coming with a lot of people. You can see it coming.
Coulter back to pass. You're right, Coach. There's the pressure. Complete. First down. 40, 35, 30, 25, 10, 5. Touchdown.
Tell you what, you live and die in a blitz. You either get home, get the quarterback. If you don't, big plays can happen. And what nifty feet by Cole Lacanaria there. Unbelievable.
What a cut by that young man. Comes from a football family. And I want to give credit to that quarterback as well. He stood cool under all that pressure, Coach.
100%. Great poise. Found his guy. Made a play. And we just talked about it. What a huge play that had been on 3rd down. And they're going to tie this game up or go for the tie right now, the extra point.
Rocco Milia on the hold.
Or maybe he'll just run it in like De La Salle.
Yeah, right. Snap is down. Whistles are blowing. Flags are thrown.
Legal substitution on Catholic Central. 12 men on the field there.
Yeah, one ran out of the back of the end zone. Good eyes. Tried to sneak himself out there.
Yeah, very smart, as most of the kids are at Catholic Central and Brother Rice. See if they take it and go for 2 or just kick the extra point here.
Coach, that's what I was going to ask you. Does this change the plan? No, looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field and they're going to try to tie this up. 1 yard shorter. That is Ryan Irvin out there. Snap down, kick is up, and the kick is no good. Irvin thought it was good. The official, the guy who counts, said no, sir.
He said must have been off one side or the other.
So, Brother Rice gets on the board. They needed something to happen, though, Coach. The Warriors really did. A big 3rd down touchdown reception by Cole Lacanaria, and we got a 7-6 ball game.
And, you know, you mentioned it several times about their first game. They made plays when they really needed to. You know, you look at the drop in the end zone by CC, turn that around on a missed field goal attempt, and bang, it's 7-6 instead of being down 14-0 or 10-0.
So glad you can join us here once again, State Champs Network. Lauren Plant down on the field, you got the history lesson for us.
That's right, guys. So I'm here to provide a little history as long as we can get through the static here, you know. But fun fact, So Wisner Stadium was one of the practice locations for the Detroit Lions. And George Plimpton in 1963, he was writing his book Paper Lion. He joined the training camp here in 1963. They were here at Wisner Stadium. He was 36 years old, and he wrote a book. He wanted to show how unlikely it would be for an average person to succeed as a professional football player. Obviously, George Plimpton, an icon in American writing history, and also a little history here from Wisner. Back to you guys.
All right, kickoff taken at about the 10-yard line, over the middle of the field, up to about the 26-yard line. That's Chris Goebel on the return. And Declan Bile and the Shamrock offense comes back on as well. 7-6, Shamrocks on top of the Warriors. So glad you can join us at this legendary stadium. So glad to be here on a Saturday night with these guys. Coach Pop, of course, up here with me. Lauren Plant down on the field. My name is Sean Belegian. Most importantly, we thank you for joining us wherever you may be tonight.
And I'll tell you, I'm getting some texts. Mariano Valente went to Rice. Other guys are texting me. Frankie Pop, my son, texts me. He's out in Seattle. They're watching. They're all over the country watching this.
Appreciate it greatly. Bunch formation, far side. Bile going to roll near side. Throw near side. He's got a man out there complete. 50, 45, and a touchdown saving tackle there.
Rocco Amelia making the play on there, but again, the difference in the CC offense, a little bootleg pass. Bring your receiver across on a deep crossing route. Great throw. Let him run under it. Be an athlete. Excellent job tackling there.
Yeah, the only one that was going to catch that ball was Cameron Davenport, and it took an athlete, Rocco Amelia, to save a big Shamrock touchdown there. But the Shamrocks in business, back in Warrior territory with a first down at the 45-yard line.
Coach Glenn the other day could not talk enough about Davenport. He said he is an up and rising star and thinks a lot of him.
Single coverage far side of the field on Davenport. Maybe we'll keep an eye on that. In the meantime, Declan Bile, shotgun formation on this 1st and 10. They mark it at the 44. Going to keep it on the ground. Hitting the backfield, but falling forward. Maybe picking up a yard there. I believe that was Mohamed Jaffer on the carry. It was indeed. Hard-earned yard, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Zach made a great job. The pulling guard was coming around. He just ducked outside of that, got back inside, made a good tackle for a yard gain. That's a good play.
Seeing a lot of substitutions with the Shamrocks right now. Boy, there's a lot of depth over there with that Shamrock club.
And Coach mentioned that the wide receiver position in particular is a strength of depth for them, and that makes a big difference.
Trip receivers far side. That's where Bio looks. Completes it right at the stick, falling forward for the first down. Another Shamrock first down and another completion to Cameron Davenport, that fine-looking junior at 6'1", 180.
And again, Coach talked very highly of him, and you can see Declan is on point tonight. He's putting the ball where his guys need it to make good plays. Again, though, a sure tackle. Running that number 3 receiver on that out there is a tough cover.
First down, Catholic Central.
Waning moments of this first quarter, Catholic Central on top 7-6. They've got a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 at the Warrior 33-yard line. Showing blitz, made a man miss, 20, 15, driven out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A good burst there by Mohamed Jaffer. Again, if that blitzer makes the miss, Coach, you mentioned it earlier, you're going to run a little ways.
Yeah, we saw it on the touchdown pass. They don't get home. They don't get home on the run blitz, and bam, big play because they're leaving openings when you're supposed to be there.
So a first down, let's say where they mark him. They're going to say he stepped out at the 17, but certainly the Shamrocks in business. 21 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Shamrocks threaten again. Biles shotgun formation, single back. Little miscommunication there. Biles, smart move, holds onto the ball and just takes what he can get, puts his shoulder down, plows over the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. Averted disaster and picked up positive yards.
Oh, once again, a little bad snap, came a little hard. He fumbled it up just a little bit, and instead of panicking, you know what? Like I'm taught when I'm 10, I'm going to follow my running back and get some positive yards.
End of the first quarter. So glad you could join us here once again at Wisner Stadium. He's Coach Pop. I'm Sean Belegian. Lauren Plant down on the field. as our sideline reporter. Lauren, what do you got for us?
All right, Sean. So as I said in the opening feature, this is the game between these two schools. USA Today ranking it one of the top 10 rivalries in the nation. Ask anyone who's played this game on either side, and state championships are big, right? To a lot of them, they will tell you this game is bigger. This used to be the Boys Bowl, played right here at Wisner Stadium. The first between these two took place in 1967. The majority of the games played here at Wisner. Imagine this place, and there's about 6,600 seats here, filled to capacity, oftentimes overflowing, and just an incredible electric atmosphere for the Brother Rice Catholic meeting. 10,000 people sometimes. This is the 65th meeting between these two schools. Catholic Central holds a 3-game win advantage currently in the series. So out of 64 previous games, Catholic Central has only won 3 more. That's how close this rivalry has always been. Before the playoffs beginning in 1975, a win or loss in this game quite often meant this season. We'll send it back to you guys.
Bile now going to hand this off. A little space up the middle, makes one man miss, another man miss. Good hard run there by Dursa. Boy, what looked like he should have been brought down after a game and a couple. Coach, he refused to go down.
Strength and speed. Strength and speed, and you know what? Heart. He's got great heart. You saw it right there to fight for those extra yards, get him in a first and goal position.
Shamrocks looking like they're going big here. Inside the 5-yard line, they're going to get their road graders out here. Now this looks like
Here's Catholic Central football. 3 backs, 2 tight ends, toe-to-toe, coming right at you to punch you in the mouth.
Bile under center. Going to give it to the deep man. What a surge there by Brother Rice. Didn't have a chance. The 5'10", 175-pound junior Connor Bell, and he's going to be brought back all the way to the 7-yard line.
Great surge there again. A great timed run blitz, and there you see the advantage of the run blitz. Getting in the backfield, pulling him down for a loss, put him now at second down, back at the 7. And right back into the spread look they go. See what they do out of this.
Yeah, they're going to spread it wide. Got 3 split far side, 1 on the near side. Bile with the single back on his left hip. Let's watch up top. Bile looks that way. Now he's under pressure, and down he goes at the 9-yard line. Great coverage by the secondaries. That's a coverage sack, Coach.
Phenomenal. There's so much less room to work here. They don't have to worry about anything deep because the end zone's right there. Great job staying in the hip of their receivers.
Boy, a big, big statement here by this Brother Rice Warrior defense. 3rd and goal from the 9. Let's see what Bile does here. He's got 4 receivers. Single back is Connor Bell. Back to passes. Bile looks to the end zone, complete, knocked down just in front of the goal line. As a matter of fact, they're going to say he was at the 2-yard line, so flag all the way back as well, and that's going to be a hold on Catholic Central.
That's a big one. That is a big one. In high school, it's 10 from the spot. That makes it a really big foul. This is not like the pros where they're taking it from the line of scrimmage. This is going to come back from here all the way back, 14-yard line.
Hey, what a spirited set of downs here by this Warrior defense, though, Coach.
Hey, they started on the 2. They're playing now 3rd and goal from the 24-yard line. That is phenomenal work. And that's fighting to get up the field and causing a hold. That doesn't happen by accident.
Well, let's keep an eye on 17 on the far side of the field. Cameron Davenport, as you said, Coach Pop, they're high on this young man. Trip receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Bile in the shotgun on this 3rd and half a mile, 3rd and 24. Flags fly. Are they going to move back again? Let's see.
They go motion. Someone moved a little bit early.
Boy, what looked, I mean, literally 30 seconds ago, at worst, you're coming away with 3 points. Now you're taking yourself out of field goal position, Coach.
Catholic Central's thinking, hey, what are we calling from the 2-yard line here on 4th and goal? We're going to go for it. Whoops, we're back at the 24. Now we're back at the 29. Again, the resilient defense is really coming to play.
3rd and 29 here at Wisner Stadium with the Shamrocks on top, 7-6. Bile looking to the sideline. He's got 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side.
Wants to make sure to not have a bad play here. They got a great kicker, make some yards, maybe get an opportunity to kick one.
Bile over the middle, complete.
Nope.
No, hit. And the ball was jarred away after that big hit from Rocco Milia.
We got a late hit on the quarterback, I believe, and in high school, I believe that's a first down.
Flag on the play.
Boy, what a hit by Rocco as well. Just a big hit to jar that free. Receiver looked like he had it. You're right, Coach. Roughing the passer and an automatic first down.
It's one of the only penalties in high school football that comes with an automatic first down. You are talking 3rd and goal at the 29. It is now first down and 10 at the 15. Very, very difficult one there.
So Catholic Central gets new life. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. All they did was go backwards after a 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. There's that single coverage far side of the field. Keep an eye on Cameron Davenport. Going to keep it on the ground this time, though. Jaffer gives a piggyback ride down to the 12, down to the 11-yard line. Boy, Jackson Minelli jumped on Jaffer's back, and Jaffer just wouldn't go down. That's a young man. You can tell he does his squats, Coach.
You better believe it. You better get around those legs, or you're going to go for a lot of rides like that. That could have been a 1-yard gain. That's almost a 5-yard gain. Very strong run.
2nd and 6 now for the Shamrocks. They lead 7-6, looking to build on that lead right now. Sam Dursa going to line up in the slot. Got single coverage far side of the field, Cameron Davenport. Near side of the field, Billy Morphew. Appears we have a timeout in the field. We do indeed. That is
Their first of the first half.
Brother Rice, I believe, that took the timeout, correct?
Yes, it was. I'd like to mention real quick, Brother Rice, there are 357 schools in the entire country that get the Blue Ribbon Award. 50 of them are private schools, and Brother Rice earned that this year. A very prideful award for their academic achievements. I just wanted to give a shout out to the kids, to the parents, to the staff at Brother Rice. Phenomenal award.
Well, no question about it. They're known for their athletics, but maybe they should be known for their academics first and foremost. Lauren Plant, what do you got?
All right, guys. So, again, what we want to do is kind of talk about this rivalry, because that's really what it's all about. As you can see, a close game, and I predict we're probably going to have one the rest of the way. Some great moments that have taken place in this rivalry are some things I want to highlight throughout the course of the evening. 1977, we'll go way back then. Brother Rice had the famed termite defense. Nobody expected them to compete with Catholic Central that season. Shamrocks led late 6-0, and it was a little-used receiver named Micah Senseo who made a game-saving play. Rice went on to win 9-6, and later Fracasa's first state championship. Back to you guys.
Back to pass now. Declan under pressure, rolls left. He's in trouble, smartly eats it. Knew there was nowhere to go. Don't be a hero, take the sack.
Absolutely. Don't set your team up for something negative. You know what? It's going to be a loss, but you keep the football there. But, boy, what hustle by the Rice defense to string that out. Great coverage on the back end. Again, not a lot of room in the end zone area. Great job on that sack. Now they're back in a tough position at 3rd and 12.
All the way back to the 17-yard line is the clock running inside 8 minutes to go here in this second quarter.
And, Sean, here we are back again. Come on, Rice D. Let's hold them out and get a good victory here and hold them to a field goal try.
2 receivers near side, 1 far side. Man in motion from the left to the right. Bad snap. Ball on the ground. Bile fell on it. All the way back to the 24-yard line, though.
I'll tell you what, great hustle again on the defense, taking advantage, pouncing on him. The quarterback did a good job to get on that football, but I think we might have a long attempt here, or are they going to go for it on 4th down? We'll have to see. A little bit of wind in the face this time.
It is a swirling wind, to be sure. I cannot stress that enough. Just looking here, and that's something that the camera isn't showing, one side of the field, wind doesn't look like it's blowing very much. On our side of the field, it is blowing.
Absolutely. Our monitor's up here wiggling back and forth.
This is going to be a 38-yard attempt. Snap down. The kick is up. The kick is good.
Good.
Well, you got one of the best kickers out there, Charlie Menser. bangs it home from 38 yards.
7:09 remaining in the first half.
Hey, when you ask a coach what are some of your strong points and he says your special teams, kicker, and punters, you know they're going to be very good, and that's what Coach Anderson indicated to me.
So a 10-6 lead now. Officially the visitors. Catholic Central coming from Wixom Grand River area. Beautiful campus out there.
Oh, just gorgeous. They're just doing so many beautiful things out there. Beautiful setting, putting into a lot of money into the look of it. But that's so the kids come to a great environment to learn, to participate in athletics, and do all the clubs and activities they have. Absolutely. Just beautiful.
So Charlie Menser, 6'2", 165-pound senior,
47, Charlie Mensner on
just hit
kickoff.
from 38 yards.
An area goes deep for Brother Rice.
See if we can't get a good return and set our offense up here in a good position, Sean.
Yeah, he's got, I'll tell you what, Coach, he's got a strong leg, but I don't know if he's got a strong enough leg to send it through the back of the end zone in this wind, especially down there. Boy, here's a perfect example, Coach. The American flag, far side of the field, barely moving. You look on this side of the field, boy, those flags are flying everywhere.
They're whipping pretty good. You're right.
So Menser lining this up, locking area back. Yes, that locking area, that family. This kick is going to come short side, and it is going to bounce out of bounds. So no return necessary, but Brother Rice is going to have that flag in their favor, and let's see if they can get this offense going again under the junior quarterback, the 6'6", 170-pounder Jake Coulter.
Yep, looks like they're taking the choice to put the ball in the 35 instead of a re-kick. I think that's a good idea. Plenty of yards to work from, not in your end zone area. So good choice there.
They'll start first and 10.
So Coulter leads Brother Rice, of course, in that all too familiar orange helmet, black jerseys. Really like that look, the black jersey with that orange and white lettering, and of course that classic Warrior helmet. Bunch formation near side, empty backfield, 5 receiver set. Coulter in the shotgun on this first down. Shamrocks rush 4. He's got a man over the middle. What an interception! My goodness gracious, guess who? Cameron Davenport jumped in front of that route and made an unbelievable interception at the 40-yard line.
You leave the ball just a little bit inside like that. I think Cole, if he puts it up in the air, we have a shot. And then Davenport with a phenomenal play. And there he shows up his skills as a receiver in that case, because it's almost like a post banner for him. Undercuts the route, and great catch. And we flip the script on that, and here comes the Shamrocks coming back to score.
Well, I'll tell you what, Larkin area had a step as well. If he puts a little loft on that, it might be 7, but it's not the mistake, it's the recovery, and Cameron Davenport shows those sweet hands, a big interception, and here we are, Shamrock offense back on the field. Declan Bile in the shotgun, looks over the defense with 7:04 to go, and the Shamrocks up 10-6. A bad snap, Bile falls on it smartly all the way back to the 26-yard line. Boy, that's 2 possessions in a row you've seen the Shamrocks with that problem.
Absolutely. That's the 3rd time it's happened. The one time he's fortunate enough to catch it, get a little yardage, but that's 2 times it's been put on the ground. Very difficult position to set yourself up in. 15 lost on that one. 2nd and 23 now.
Clock running with 6:35 to go here in this second quarter. Hey, what else would you expect when Catholic Central and Birmingham Brother Rice get together, huh?
Play after play after play, some positive and some not.
Bile looking up top, completes it, 30, tries to make a man miss. Jockeying with Milia over there before he's driven out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Minimal gain, picks up 5.
That was an excellent open field tackle on a very good athlete by Rocco Milia there. Very nice job. And for all of you guys watching out there, CC alumni, I just want to make sure this is Catholic Central. I know they're not in the T formation. They've changed some things, and they're looking pretty proficient as they're doing it.
So we're going to call this 3rd and 23 now. A gain of 5 there on that second down, but another 3rd and long situation. And the Brother Rice defense has done a little bit of that here in this second quarter. Flags fly everywhere. So moving up front, Coach?
Yes, sir. I believe we got a defensive end offside on that one. It's going to give him a free 5 yards back.
Well, they need it. This Warrior defense has really stepped up here in this second quarter, Coach. Certainly been the story of this second quarter.
It remains 3rd down.
Absolutely. Got to stay with your position assignment. Make sure you're doing things right. Come on, defense. Let's hold again.
3rd and 16. Bile back to pass. Under pressure. Steps up. Hits his man at the 45-yard line. And a big tackle out there. I want to make sure I give proper attribution out there. I believe that was Ethan Swider on the tackle.
Yes, sir. And again, there's that Davenport making another play. And again, Declan's showing his poise, stepping up, making a play, but not a first down. Great job by the defense forcing the punt. They've been put and asked in tough positions, and they've come to play. Great job.
Million now going to stand on his own 15-yard line. Charlie Menser, of course, does the kicking and the punting. Rocco Melia stands on his own 15. Shamrocks on top 10-6. Snap comes. He lets this one go away. Line drive kick. Going to take a little bit of a Shamrock bounce. Rocco Melia, smart idea to just kind of back away from that as that ball took a wild, wild bounce. And he did a good job staying away from that ball.
Yeah, that oblong ball, it's not like a basketball that rolls true. This thing pops all over the place, and Rice had kids running all over, and all of a sudden 4 or 5 coaches yelling, get away. That's what you would be yelling. He did a good job not to touch that football. Rice is back on offense.
So here comes that Warrior offense, looking to get a little something going here. Shamrocks on top by a score of 10-6. He's Coach Pop. I'm Sean Belegian. Lauren Plant down in the field. So glad you can join us here on the State Champ Sports Network. Trip receivers far side, one near side. Coulter in the shotgun. Shamrocks show blitz, but back off. Pressure comes anyway. Down he goes. Back at the 15-yard line. I got a little shout-out. A buddy of mine listening to the broadcast right now, the head coach of Catholic Central's hockey team, Coach Cal, listening right now. Appreciate that, Coach Cal.
Absolutely. Thank you for the shout-out. Excellent job. Appreciate you tuning in. I'm getting texts from Brother Rice alumni all over the place saying hello. Guys are doing a great job. Appreciate you guys watching.
Loss of 5. Trip receivers far side, 2nd and 15. Coulter, 2-step drop, feels the pressure, tries to step up. He's forced to run, releases, he's got a man out there, and he dropped it. Oh, my goodness gracious. All kinds of room down the far sideline in front of the Shamrock bench. And I think, again, Coach, maybe Cole was running when he should have been catching.
I think he had the goal line in sight without the football in hand, and you know what? He'll learn from that. Again, though, Coulter doing a great job to push up in the pocket, stay poised to get a good job on the run there, getting him the football.
Jeff around the coverage for CC.
Well, let's see what they dial up here. Coulter in the shotgun. He's got receivers, 2 on each side, single setback. 3rd and 14 for the Warriors as they trail 10-6 with 3:54 to go here. Coulter now have time. Time running out, going to load it downfield. Melia had his step, but Coulter just put a little too much air on it. I'll tell you what, Coulter's got a strong arm. He hauled that one.
Absolutely, and he was not in perfect balance by any means and threw that ball almost 50 yards in the air. I like that throw, though. He put it beyond. It was our guy or no guy, so I like that throw and taking that chance. And to a great player in Rocco Melia.
So let's see if Coulter can really put the lead foot into this one. He's got the wind at his back.
Sam Dursa goes back for Catholic Central.
Dursa stands on his own 42-yard line. Coulter going to release this one at his 2. Movement up front. Of course, both teams pointing at each other. They'll let the officials sort that out.
Little false start on Brother Rice. I'd like to point out something. Cole Lockenaria, a receiver, is the long snapper on this punt. That's what this rivalry brings up, though. Coaches getting players to make plays wherever they have to. And there's probably nothing more glaring than that. That is phenomenal.
Good point, Coach. Now Coulter stands about 5 yards deep. Warriors are going to send Shamrock's going to send 2 men back there. Big booming punt. Oh, my goodness gracious. And it takes a Shamrock bounce Warrior bounce inside the 35 and down at the 31. Extracurricular activity behind the play. I just saw out of the side of my eye a flag fly, but my goodness gracious, did he put the lead foot into that, Jake Coulter.
And I think he picked up a great time to get that snap on the wind going for him, and he got that up in the air. And excellent coverage instead of, out kicking your coverage. Sometimes you see a guy with big return. Instead, they hustle back down there to down the football.
One of those emotional penalties back behind the play. I don't know who it's against. We're going to get an official confirmation in just a second. Is it a sideline? I think it's a sideline interference.
Yep,
absolutely.
Sideline warning. And what happened there, why it's a 15-yard penalty, is because the referee must have run into a coach or a player. If he doesn't run into anybody, it's a warning. But because he runs into somebody, it's a 15-yard penalty, and it's a good rule. We need to stay out of their way so they can do their job.
Declan Bile overlooks that Warrior defense, shotgun formation, fakes the handoff, rolls right. He's got a lot of real estate out there. He's going to throw. He's got a man complete inside the 30 and knocked down. Oh, did they say the ball can't? No, complete far side of the field.
Great catch, great job holding on to it. Declan took quite a shot from a Rice defender right there, made the play anyway, and again, there he is again, Mr. Davenport. Boy, Coach Glenn, you couldn't have called it any better. Holy smokes, great job.
Boy, he has shown off his hands on both sides of the field. An incredible interception earlier and a big reception there and holding on to the ball when he went to the ground.
And guess what? He's a junior and coming back for more.
Yikes. Clock running, 2:40 to go here in this second quarter. Catholic Central on top 10-6, but threatening with a 1st and 10 at the Warrior 25-yard line. Going to keep it on the ground. Jaffer makes a man miss, makes another man miss. 20, 15, breaks a tackle there, falls forward to the 13-yard line. Good hard run by Mohamed Jaffer.
I'll tell you what, the blockers were on their people, hat on a hat there. He made one move on a defender, and you missed that one tackle. Big play. Big play, 13-yard run.
Boy, they're in business now, but let's not forget their last trip down here wasn't very good. They kept going backwards and had to settle for 3.
And had a free first down on that, if you remember.
Yep. So once again, Bile, shotgun formation, 2 receivers, near side, now 1 in motion, left to right, comes back the near side. Another bad snap, and he's going to be brought down all the way back to the 22-yard line. We've seen it a few times tonight, Coach.
I'll tell you what, that center exchange, whether you're under center, in the gun, is so important. And you know what, it's just often looked because we take it for granted. Here you are in another big drive, and it's happening again to them, another 10-yard loss on a play they should have had some positive yards. Brother Rice defense, though, on the spot, going to rise to the occasion.
Well, in the waning moments of this second quarter, let's throw it down to the third member of our broadcast crew, Mr. Lauren Plant.
While Lauren's figuring out his microphone, trying to get that on. It's not working right now. Let's go. Technical difficulties. We've all been around that.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
I am on.
There he is.
Oh, you hear me
Hi.
now. All right.
Hi, Lauren.
Here we go. Good job. All right, guys. Well, we have a second here. I'm still reeling from the fact that, and this must be 2020, because did I hear Coach Rich Pop say that an area of strength is Catholic Central's wide receivers? I never thought I would ever actually, or depth. I never thought I would hear that, but that proves where we are. Let's get back to the game. I will give you more nuggets. It's coming up.
Thank you, Lauren, and good call. And yes, they are proficient tonight. I'll tell you that.
2 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Bile back to pass. Looks, intercepted. Stepped right in front of the intended receiver.
Interception by number 2,
Big Pestivo with the big interception. And just like that, another red zone faux pas. And the Warriors are going to take over from their own 14-yard line.
I'll tell you what, nobody likes being down 10-6, but this down 10-6 feels like a monster win for the Brother Rice Warriors. Kudos to their defense yet again in the red zone. They started off 13 to 18 yards away from the end zone, and it's flipped it around. It's Brother Rice football going the other way.
So let's see if they can take advantage of this and put a little something together at this late juncture. This Brother Rice team trails 10-6. They take over with a 1st and 10 on their own 14. Shamrocks show blitz. They bring it right up the middle. Coulter going to step up, find some space. 15, dances out of bounds up to the 16-yard line, and there's your flag. Can't do it, Coach.
Cannot allow your emotion to get with you. The guy's out of bounds. Let him go. I thought Coulter did a great job to get out of bounds and stop that clock. They've already used a couple timeouts. Now we're going to tack on 15, and maybe Brother Rice has something going here.
Clock stop with 1:37 to go. That is going to be a free 15 yards, as Coach Pop mentioned, and a first down.
Just such a high emotion game, and when you're sprinting like that, especially a defender, so hard to pull off. And they're young kids, but you learn it, but you see it at all levels.
So a first down all the way up to the 32-yard line. Coulter with trips near side, one far side. Shamrocks on top 10-6. Coulter back to pass. Feels the pressure from the outside, misses again. Gonna stop, pop, and incomplete. Boy, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Johnny Dalamonte. He found that seam and unfortunately just couldn't bring the ball in.
Again, it's kind of a broken play there, not in the plan. Jake does a great job of finding some space, gets his balance, and throws a strike to Gianni, and it falls out of his hands. Got to make big plays in big games. That's one we would have loved to have, I'm sure, Brother Rice.
So a 2nd and 10 now for the Warriors. Coulter overlooks that defense, wipes his hands. He has trip receivers near side. Back to pass now. Passes over the middle, this time out of the reach of Johnny Dalamonte. Think he felt some footsteps coming his way. And this will set up a 3rd and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Shamrocks on top, 10-6.
There's a quarterback, though, telling his receiver, I know you dropped one, but I'm coming right back to you. I trust in you the next time, and that's how this game has to go. You can't ever do that. You got to make the read, make the throw. A little bit high on that one, but I like that he went back to his player.
3rd and 10. Whistles blow. I think we're going to get a timeout. Brother Rice is going to take a timeout here.
Their third and final timeout.
In case you're just joining us, Catholic Central struck first. A Declan Bile to Sam Dursa touchdown pass. Brother Rice came back with a touchdown of their own. PAT was missed. And then a field goal by Catholic Central. 10-6, Lauren Plant, what you got?
All right, guys, so, can you hear me now? All right, good. So, again, the rivalry, right? That's what we're focusing on here at Wisner Stadium. Some other great moments over the past. Another one for Brother Rice in 1983. Brother Rice was coming off the worst season in the Al Fracassa era. The team, though, was undefeated going into the Catholic Central matchup. The game went into overtime. CC got a field goal. Rice got down to the 1-yard line. And instead of going for the field goal to tie it, it's Mel Farr Jr. with the walk-off win. Just another memory here at Wisner Stadium.
Whole heck of a lot of them. A venerable old building here in Pontiac. Big 3rd and 10 here. Bunch formation near side. Now 4 receivers near side. Empty backfield for Coulter. Coulter looks to the sideline. Now going to take that snap. CC rushes forward, but they're putting pressure on. Coulter rolls, throws, tipped away at the last second. Boy, Sam Dursa again came over. Coulter had no choice but to kind of hang that ball up, Coach.
Yeah, and he put it to the outside again, and we don't want an interception, but if it was, it would have been something that's deep down the field. He did a good job at not throwing something underneath. His player had a chance to make it, but again, excellent play by Dursa. Covers a lot of field. Good athlete, smart football player. See if Jake can get into another one here and pin him back a little bit.
Yeah, he came away with a monster last time. No doubt about that. Seems like the wind has slowed down a lot a bit, but Jake Coulter certainly can put a lead foot into it. Another big punt here. Flags fly everywhere.
Flag prior to the snap.
I think they're going to say
legal substitution, I believe, on the Shamrocks. That's the second time they've had that.
Well, you've seen that a couple times here tonight as well, huh?
Yeah, again, they've only had one game, whereas they would have already had this have been like game 5, I believe, in the season. So some of those things are still ironing out a little bit with personnel exchange. It's only a 5-yard penalty. It doesn't hurt them a lot. But, if Jake can get into one and get those guys inside the 30 or 20 here, that'd be great.
So Coulter going to try it again, this time standing on his own 24. Snap comes in, lets her go. Another big punt. Angling it to the sideline, going to let it bounce inside the 15, now goes backwards to the 16. That's where it is down. And more extracurricular activity. I think we're going to get 1-1 over there. Let's see what the call is. But, hey, Coach Pop, what would you expect in a Shamrock Warrior game?
I'll tell you what, they're blocking their tails off on the one side. The other kid's trying to come down there to cover the punt. Got a personal foul, going to go both ways on this one and offset. And a great job getting pinned inside the 20-yard line. So on one end, you have Shamrocks coming down to score. We get an interception, flip the field. Again, the defense back on the field, hopefully to stop them down here.
Well, let's see what they decide to do down here. Of course, they being the Shamrocks, they are pinned inside their 20-yard line. They do have a 10-6 lead. They've got a minute to go. Still have 2 timeouts.
They're also in that position, and you talk about this a lot now in football, where they're going to be getting the ball at half after the beginning of the second half here. So that makes a big difference. I'm not going to do something foolish down here. We're getting the ball at the half. Hey, if we get a big run or maybe a screen here, then we got something going. But I believe they're going to play it safe and play it smart.
Declan Biles, shotgun, going to keep it on the ground. Hitting the backfield, making one man miss, making another man miss. Boy, a good second, third, and fourth effort just to lose a couple there. I mean, he was blown up in the backfield, but a good hard run. We've seen that out of Mohamed Jaffer tonight just to pick up a couple yards.
I believe they found their answer for their tailback. This kid is tough as nails. And again, in traditional Shamrock history, and I know the defensive coaches are saying, come on, guys, get a little bit lower in those tackles. You got to wrap up because you're just going to bounce off if you don't. But again, I see they're going to play it smart here, not rush anything, probably run the ball out and run the half out.
Bile giving a once-over on the defense, going to keep it on the ground. Jaffer again, trying to get outside, cuts it back, makes one man miss, plows forward. Boy, if I had a dime for every time I said that, Coach, tonight, Jaffer's making men miss. Kind of a late hit in the defensive backfield, and there is where a flag throws as well. You can't do that with 5.5 seconds left. I think this one's going against Rice.
Yeah, you just can't do it. You give them an opportunity. If you give them a free 15 here now, it becomes a first down when they had them stop. And I'm glad you're not getting a dime for every time because you're here calling this game instead of Hawaii. I'm on vacation, so.
Amen. Although, I'll tell you what, I'd rather be here tonight than even in Hawaii. It is a beautiful, beautiful night here in Southeast Michigan.
This is a script written to play a football game. And high school football, which we didn't think was going to happen, and here we are. Phenomenal evening. Phenomenal.
No doubt about it. 5.5 seconds left. Let's see if they try to go up top. No, Biles just going to take the knee, and the Shamrocks are going to head into the locker with a 10-6 lead at the half. Halftime, Wisner Stadium. He's Coach Pop. I'm Sean Belegian. That guy is Lauren Plant. Lauren?
Warriors go ahead and head to the collective area over here as they hope I don't get run over, right? Hey, we can't have a Brother Rice Detroit Catholic Central game, especially here at Wisner, without remembering 2 great legendary coaches that manned both of these organizations for so many years. If you're a Detroit Catholic Central faithful, you may have named your son Tom Mack. That's how much of an institution he is with the Shamrocks. 41 years he led the Catholic Central Shamrocks, just becoming an absolute powerhouse. Tom Mack won 370 games, 10 state championships, sent a few hundred student athletes on to college success. His win total ranks him 3rd all-time in the state of Michigan. Tom Mack was inducted in the Detroit Catholic League Hall of Fame, the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and was inducted into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame in 2014. On the other side, the black and orange side, of course, it's the Godfather. It's Al Fracassa. He is the one that everyone models their life after, and rightly so. He took over here after a successful stint at Royal Oak Shrine, came here in 1969 to take over a Brother Rice team that was really just a few years old. He stayed for 44 seasons. He retired in 2013. Now, one of the most successful coaches in not just Michigan history, I would say nationwide history. He retired with 430 wins, at that time a Michigan record, 9 state championships. He has sent over 300 players to colleges, and he also has 13 guys make it all the way as far as the National Football League. In '97, Fracassa was named the National Football League's High School Coach of the Year, which was an amazing honor. 2002, named National Coach of the Year. He was also named Michigan Coach of the Year 4 times. In his career, he was inducted into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame in 1999. Once again, 2 incredible legacies and, quite honestly, even better human beings. Guys?
What do you say about those 2 names?
Brother
I mean,
Rice
honestly,
Catholic
it's
Central
royalty,
rival.
right? It's absolute royalty. Coach Mack, Coach Fracassa, you're talking about royalty.
And I'll tell you, a testimony to that is both staffs have 4 alumni on their staff. The head coaches were mentored by those 2 gentlemen and have kept the tradition alive within them. And their coaching will never leave thousands and thousands of people, not just on the football field, but how they shape their lives. And to me, that's what's most important. And I know to each of them as a man, that's what's most important.
No question about that. A heck of a lot of fun here tonight at Wisner Stadium. I believe we're going to a pre-produced piece. Stay tuned for that. Our halftime coverage right here from Wisner Stadium. Catholic Central on top by a score of 10-6 on the State Champs Sports Network.
Brother Rice Catholic Central rivalry was rooted with the origin of the Boys Bowl in 1944. The Nebraska Boys Town teams traveling here to take on Detroit Catholic Central at Briggs Stadium. The Shamrocks have always been one of the preeminent Catholic football teams in the state. Whether it was the classic Outer Drive campus in Detroit or their 2-decade home in Redford, CC turned the Boys Bowl week into homecoming, and it became a local game between a Catholic rival. Born in 1960, Birmingham Brother Rice joined the Catholic League in 1963, and a new powerhouse was emerging. In 1966, Brother Rice and Catholic Central met for the first time in the Boys Bowl. It quickly became the most intense rivalry in the state. In the 47 years these 2 have met on the gridiron, there has been 1 tie. 1968, the 2 teams butted heads to a knockdown, drag-out 0-0 ball game. Even the early years of the rivalry were awesome.
The first CC game I remember was the Boys Bowl 1970. I was 4 years old. I was sat with my dad and one of his brothers and a bunch of his sons, and I can remember sitting at the top of the stands at U of D Stadium, and just thinking I was in heaven. Right then and there, I guess I learned that the team with the orange helmets was the rival.
1969 actually was the 25th anniversary of the Boys Bowl, and CC won 14-zip. It just so happened to be the year a young Al Fracassa took over the reins at Brother Rice. The upstart Warriors beat the Shamrocks in 6 of the next 7 games, including 1974, the year the unbeaten Warriors were voted the mythical state champions by the media.
I remember Mike Cullen and Billy Pribe, the quarterback, and Casey Ryan and Kevin Hart and Dennis Ruin, all of these great Brother Rice athletes that went on to play in college at Notre Dame and other colleges. So that's when I became a real Warrior fan. And Coach Fracassa would just stand out, and he's so calm and poised on the sideline. It was something I want to be part of.
In 1976, Tom Mack, a hard-nosed former Wayne State defensive back, was named the head coach at Catholic Central. With the playoff era now underway, the Boys Bowl took on even more significance. If you have just 1 loss on your record, you will most likely miss the playoffs. The season on the line. Oftentimes, the teams ranked at or near number 1 in the state when they met. Now 2 future Hall of Fame coaches on the sidelines. In many eyes, This game then and now is the biggest rivalry in the great state of Michigan, period.
My intensity and emotion was in a higher pitch for the Catholic Central Brother Rice game than it was from a Michigan State perspective playing University of Michigan, because at the high school level, when you compete against a Brother Rice and you beat them, it's good for your soul.
The anticipation that builds inside you as a player and what's on the line, and the fact that in those days we were playing at Wisner and you had this great big stadium you're going to play in, all of that stuff, nobody gets to experience that. That's Ohio State, Michigan.
Every year it seems, throw the records out the window. The majority of the games are close, and many have come down to the final play. In 1979, Rick Mucinek beat Brother Rice with a field goal in overtime. After dropping 2 straight, Tom Mack had arrived and later won his first state championship. 1983, and the matchup versus CC was at Eastern Michigan's Rynearson Stadium. Again, the game went into overtime. On the Warriors' possession, it came down to 4th and 1, and Mel Farr Jr. scored the game winner. 1987, the Shamrocks beat the #1 ranked Warriors in double overtime, but Rice would have one more shot at redemption, the only time these two have ever met in the playoffs, the Class A state semifinals.
It was about 25 degrees that day, and I remember specifically the ground was frozen. And so that created 2 problems for us. One was we had the best running back on the field who could not capitalize on cutting, and I think he also got injured in that game, Jason Wolf.
The SMU recruit did get hurt in that game. At Walled Lake Central High School, Catholic Central won 14-9 and advanced to the state championship game. The majority of the Boys Bowl games over the years between Brother Rice and Catholic Central played out in the working class city of Pontiac, Wisner Stadium, a concrete, beautiful behemoth that's old school in every way.
It's always magical there, you know. It's one side's all blue, one side's all orange, and it's, you know, it's classic high school football at its finest. There's nothing better. You can't really describe it unless you're there.
There's no feeling like it. I mean, my first year, Brother Rice was behind us as the home team, and they were whistling the theme song from the cartoon The Smurfs, which I thought was pretty creative. But you know, you can just feel them screaming behind you as you're running towards your fans. So I mean, you're in the middle of just the most intense environment.
1995, another seesaw affair. Rice trailed in the 4th. With 1:24 left in the game, on 4th down, quarterback David Sofrin handed to his running back Leonard Marshall, who stopped and found his QB all alone for the touchdown. But with 3 seconds left, 6'7" Aaron Kozmowski hit a 48-yard game-tying field goal, and the Shamrocks went on to win in overtime. 1997 saw the 3rd straight year the Boys Bowl was decided on the game's final play. Rice went ahead late, but as time expired, Catholic Central's Aaron Rock hit a 41-yard field goal into the swirling wind. CC went 10-2 against Rice during the 90s.
You're instilled that at Catholic Central from day one. You never stop believing, no matter what. If there's time on that clock, you believe you're going to win, good things will happen if you work hard and prepare right.
Yeah, I am 0-5 against Catholic Central as a varsity player, so that's something I have to live with.
No longer the Boys Bowl, the new millennium didn't change the passion nor the drama. 2004, it was time for Rice to stage a dramatic comeback. Under a minute left, big play by Joey Henry, and Mark's brother John Goebel won the game.
That Catholic Central game always means a little bit more, you know, to everybody, and to be able to beat them for the first time, I think in either 3 or 4 years, you know, and close it out like that, it was a special game.
2008, behind fullback Nico Palazzetti, the Shamrocks built a 24-10 fourth quarter lead with under 5 minutes left. The Warriors came all the way back to tie. Clock winding down, Ryan Kelly hit the longest field goal of his career, 55 yards, and Brother Rice won their 5th straight over CC.
Even if you do win a state championship, guys still bring back, hey, did you beat Brother Rice? You didn't? Okay, sorry for you.
2010, the game played at Wayne State as part of Brother Rice's 50th anniversary as a school. Catholic Central came in the defending state champs and winners of 20 in a row. This was also the 500th football game in Rice history, and they pulled off the upset.
And you've worked too hard to let it go away. You will play with everything you have. That's how Catholic Central plays the game, man. It's not about winning. It's not about losing. losing, it's about leading all on the field, it's about playing dangerous.
Take over, take charge. Let's go.
Coming. When we get to third and long, know what to expect. Sprint out.
Scoreboard. You've got a set and one more half to go, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And this half, you seniors, you're going to remember the love for a lifetime.
This is our half. We knew it was going to be a backyard brawl. We're going to throw the last punch and break their will. You understand? Yes, sir. Come in for 33, all with your heart. Play this balls out, let's get it done. You understand? Yes, sir.
Hey guys, let's go, come on!
Meet again, who knows? Nice game, Tom. You guys
Good
do
job.
much.
Nice job.
6 seconds at a time, you gotta line up. Because guess what? After this game is over, life's gonna be waiting for you. And this game is gonna teach you that no matter what happens in life, you gotta line up.
Everything we've been talking about, everything we've been fighting through in all those first 4 games, we're gonna put together today.
Oh yeah.
We're coming out as a family.
73rd Annual Boys Bowl. Detroit Catholic Central riding a 2-game win streak over their rivals, repping Birmingham Brother Rice. The Shamrock faithful always fired up, especially versus the Warriors. Hot day and a hot ticket, apparently. Some of the members of the Michigan Wolverine football team in attendance, including Detroit Catholic Central class of 2013, the quarterback Garrett Moore is middle of your screen. More Wolverines on the visitors' side, a trio from the Rice class of 2014, from left to right. Grant Perry, Jack Dunaway, and our former Mr. Football, Alex Malzone. Let's get to the game. First quarter, Brother Rice down 7, but not for long. Junior quarterback Mariota Valenti. Nice ball to Matt Torrey, 38-yard touchdown, game tied at 7. Back comes Detroit Catholic Central with under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Pounding the rock with the senior Cam Ryan. He had the first TD. Here, fighting the paint again, Shamrocks back up 7. CC back on the attack in the second. Going for it on 4th and 5. They sold the run because junior quarterback Marco Genrich will find a wide open Liam Cunningham. 38-yard TD. Shamrocks up 2 scores, 21-7. Warriors responded with under 5 minutes to go in the half. Nice play-action pass here. Valeni connects with a leaping Colin Gardner. 15-yard touchdown. So, as we headed into halftime, Detroit Catholic Central maintaining a 7-point advantage, 21-14.
24 minutes for a lifetime. Every player, every play. What are you going to be remembered for? Everything we do with purpose. Everything we do, live and die for CC High. You understand?
Yes. As the pressure intensified, it would be the Warriors adding to the scoreboard to start the third. Already a couple MAC offers for the talented junior signal caller Valeni. He takes off, finds the end zone. PAT was blocked, so Rice trailed by a digit into the fourth. Early stages of the final quarter. Rice backed up to their own 6. Big play right here. Valeni completes to the senior wideout Torrey, gets a block, cuts the daylight, takes it all the way down to the Shamrock 11. That led to a field goal. Brother Rice out in front for the first time, 23-21. We go late in the contest, and CC's Genrich decided he was going to write the script of the latest ending in this rivalry. From their own 11, rolling and delivering a perfect ball to Parker Bolin. 53-yard gain, Shamrocks within striking distance. 47 seconds left. CC on the 13. Genrich had 221 yards passing on the day. Play action over the top to Mike Harding. Touchdown. The CC Crazies loving it. A late interception would seal it. Detroit Catholic Central takes the lead in the all-time series, 31-30-1, as they beat Brother Rice 27-23 the final.
Welcome back. Second half about to commence. If that doesn't get your blood flowing, I don't know what will. Great job by Lauren Plant, as always, narrating. And John Kidd, I know he's one of the best editors out there, and a staff of hundreds at State Champs. We appreciate it. Just a side note for Coach Pop and I. Somebody's barbecuing in the general vicinity. If by some chance you're listening or watching, as it were, this broadcast, we'll pay top dollar for your barbecue, Coach.
There's no doubt, and we'll come get it if we have. I'll send someone from the stands right now to come get it. Great shout out to the whole staff here at State Champs on the cameras, running back and forth with technology. Lauren Plant absolutely got this machine running. A well-oiled crew. Phenomenal job, and great working with them.
Great staff all year round. It is a pleasure to be a very small part of the State Champs team. And we would be remiss if we didn't mention Big Lou as well, right? Always got to give a shout out to Big Lou.
The Italian leader, absolutely.
Kickoff goes well into the end zone, which is exactly what you're accustomed to from Charlie Menser. So, touchback. This Warrior offense will head back to the field. The Warrior offense, again, much like the first game, looking to get a little consistency going.
And I was mistaken. The Warriors received the second-hand kickoff, so that's why the Shamrocks were so conservative on their play calling. Very smart. And let's get some cohesion here. We get some cohesion. We make this a game with a score here. That'd be phenomenal.
Coulter leads the troops back onto the field. Once again, that junior quarterback looks over the defense, clapping his hands. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Just underway in the second quarter. Complete outside. 25, knocked out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
Again, I like that play. Out of his hands quickly, away from their front 7 that are so talented and strong. Nice little 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3 is a great place to be as an offense.
That is a freshman out there, Xavier Bowman, 6 foot, 190-pounder. A freshman wide receiver at Brother Rice. Folks, he's going to be a good one.
I'll tell you what, I went to practice and saw him. He looks like he's 22-year-old and ready to go.
2nd and a short 3. Back to passes Coulter. Pressure comes from the outside. He releases. Incomplete. Right in front of the CC bench. There were about 15 referees on that CC sideline that were signaling incomplete right away as well.
Yeah, they absolutely knew the call. Boy, did they get pressure quick on Jake there. That was out of his hands quickly, but they hit him off the edge there.
All right, third, and we'll call it 2.5 to be fair. Trip receivers near side, one far side. Single setback D'Angelo, Coulter shotgun formation. First possession of the second half. Pressure comes from middle. Coulter feels it, steps up, he's got room near side. He's got the first down, and he smartly slides down at the 32-yard line. Needed 2.5. Got 4.5 and a first down for the Warriors.
Very wise decision. Get out there, get some space, get your first down. Excellent job on the second half kickoff, and then taking it for a first down. Good job, Jake Coulter.
10-6, Shamrocks on top. They have led all the way. 7-0, 7-6, then 10-6. Warriors looking to get a little something going, taking their first lead of the game perhaps. Coulter shotgun. Drops back, incomplete. Pass short of the intended receiver, Cole Lacanaria.
A little rushed on that one. Got it out just a little bit too early, out of balance, and overthrew his receiver.
What do you think of this young man, Jake Coulter, when you look at him, Coach?
Boy, is he athletic. You know, at 6'6", long and lean, he moves very well. And to this point has done a great job poised, moving out of that pocket. And he's leading his team. Let's get something going here, Jake.
2nd and 10, shotgun, looks to the sideline, awaits the play call from the sideline. He's got trip receivers on the far side, one on the near side. That is Nick Devereaux. Single setback again is Charlie D'Angelo. Switches from the left to the right. Back to pass Coulter, completes it. Lacanaria makes one man miss, can't make two more miss, but punches over the 35 down to the 36-yard line. Give him a hard-earned 4, but a 3rd and 6 forthcoming for the Warriors.
Much more manageable than 3rd and 10, so a good little pickup there. See if they can't get this here for a first down.
Coulter taking his time, trotting over the all-too-familiar shotgun formation on this 3rd and 6. See what the Shamrocks do. They back off, rush 4. Pass complete over the middle. Good tackle made at the point of impact. Dalamonte tried to go over, but it wasn't to be. It was, once again, Mohamed Jaffer making plays on both sides of the field, Coach.
Well, he's all over the place, and he's the reason that Jake slid. You could see him coming up on that. It was a really nice twist inside. Little defensive end tackle twist in there, getting a little pressure in his face. He did make a good throw, but a very good tackle on the defensive side by CC there.
Well, this is what we're talking about. Is this the pooch punt situation?
I think they're running their offense back in the field.
Coulter immediately ran back out on the field. Catholic Central's going to call a timeout. You've seen this before, Coach, and you talked about this before the game. You had that crystal ball out. A lot of times he can step back and pooch punt, but they might go for it every now and again too.
I like what Coach K did there, and I've seen him do this in the past. He gets a punt look. He sprints them out onto the field as an offense, trying to catch them off guard. He ends up this time Catholic Central being wise and calling a timeout.
Let's throw it down to the third member of our crew, Lauren Plant. Lauren?
All right, thanks, guys. You know, one of the things I can tell you from being down here on the field, wind is really not a factor. It seems like it's swirling more up, and this is a unique stadium the way that it's arranged. I don't think wind is going to play a factor here. I will say this, if you check out this turf field, it's pretty nice. The Pittsburgh Steelers practiced at the Silverdome when they were here for Super Bowl XL, and after that, it was brand new turf. They just installed it here at Wisner Stadium. Pontiac uses it as their home stadium. Back to you.
It is beautiful. Now Coulter going to line up back. Dursa going to sprint back as well to receive this punt. Short punt this time. Dursa on the bounce. Makes a couple guys miss. Pounces over the 30, brought down at about the 32-yard line. And that is where Declan Bile and this Shamrock offense will take over, leading 10-6 with 9:45 to go here in this third quarter.
Solid open field tackle there. I saw, Sam and Stetton letting that roll another 5 or 7 yards, picks it up, gets some positive yards. So good play on both ends there. See if the Shamrocks can't string some plays together here and get themselves a score.
That classic look for the Shamrocks, the white jersey, blue letters, that familiar white CC on the blue helmet. Just a classic look. Both these teams
Yeah, I'll tell you what, neither side takes that for granted. They know they earn that, and it's a very positive part of their lives.
Bile in the shotgun. Movement all over the place. I think this one's going to be a +5 for the Shamrock offense. Let's see.
I'd agree. I think he, little hard count there going on 2, and the blitz was coming. He just couldn't hold himself up.
You know, Coach, not only have you coached, but of course your kids played football, and emotion is something. How do you try to get emotion out of a game like this? Because guys are jacked up. How do you get them to dial it down?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's very, very difficult. You want them to play with high emotion, but you want them to learn that it becomes passion. And there's a slight difference there because passion you have a little more control over. Emotion kind of sometimes gets the best of you. So you see it on both sides here. On both sides of, it runs high, and especially in this game. They want to do something real well in defense, and defense wants to come after him and stop him.
Free 5 yards for the Shamrocks. Sets up a 1st and 5 from the 37-yard line. Bile, shotgun, going to hand it off to Jaffer. Again, makes one man miss, can't make the second man miss. Great job by, I believe that was Nolan Ray. Was that Nolan Ray stepping up and making a play?
Yes, sir. He filled that very nicely. Again, bounced off of 1, but the extra Warriors are right there to clean it up.
No gain on the play.
Yeah, no gain there. 2nd and 5 now for the Shamrocks. Taking their sweet time are the Shamrocks. Clock running inside, 9:15 to go here. 3rd quarter. Shamrocks have led start to finish. Going to keep it on the ground. Jaffrey's got room near side. Cuts it up. Gets the 1st down. Good vision there by this fine-looking junior running back, Muhammad Jaffer.
Well, I am real impressed with his balance and his vision. I've not seen the first man get him down yet, and another big run for a 1st down right there.
So, clock stops momentarily, fires right back up on cue. You can see the official in the lower left region of your television screen. Maybe you're watching us on your computer, your phone. Whatever the case may be, we really appreciate you joining us. It is a beautiful Saturday night here in Pontiac. And boy, I mean, what else do I have to say? It's Catholic Central Brother Rice.
Absolutely gorgeous night. Barbecue in the background to boot. An incredible rivalry.
Bile fakes the handoff, feels the pressure, rolls out, releases, throws downfield, trying to sell it. No flag there.
Well, it sure looked like the defender may have had a little interference there. I think the referee is thinking it didn't affect the play, and that's the only reason he didn't play his flag, or he thought maybe they entangled their feet.
Yeah, Morphew threw that hand up there, but, Coach, I think you're right. That pass was a safe pass by Declan Bile.
I agree. His guy or no guy, and I'll tell you what, you love a quarterback who can do that for you in a smart situation.
His guy or no guy? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're going to hit it or no one's going to get it.
Yeah.
Boy, you love the communication. We talked a little bit about some of the deficiencies they may have because they missed a couple of weeks, but the communication on both sides has been very good from the sidelines.
No question about that. Officials as well make an adjustment. Catholic Central coming out with a 4-receiver set. Trips far side, 1 near side on this 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. Warriors show blitz, they back off. The give is to Jafar. Jafar makes one man miss, nearly makes another man miss, still keeps going up and over the 50-yard line. Boy, it looked like he was down 2 or 3 different times. This young man runs hard, and he's going to pick up 6, 7 on that play.
Absolutely. And in talking to Coach Anderson, talk about getting the crystal ball out, he had him down. Mohammed is being a guy who's got to make a difference tonight, a key player, and I'll tell you what, he has absolutely come to play tonight.
So give him 7, setting up a very manageable 3rd and 3 now for the Shamrocks on the midfield stripe. 10-6, Shamrocks on top. Same formation as last. Trips far side, 1 near side. Bile in the shotgun. Rice shows pressure. Bile rolls out, has a man out there, completes it at the 45, brought down at the 43 with a flag right square in the middle of the field.
I believe we've got a big offensive tackle down the field on that fake run. He just kept running down the field, and I think the umpires got that call.
That was at the 45-yard line. It was a completion up to the 43. Holding is the call.
Got a holding, yep.
So that negates the first down, obviously. Turns what was a 3rd and 3 into a 3rd and long. Boy, the Shamrocks have been faced with a few 3rd and longs here tonight.
Yes, they have. They've overcome a couple, but as a rule, it's really tough to get a lot of yardage on 3rd down. I would not be surprised to see another little rollout, or maybe he goes back to Davenport again to make a play.
You know, a buddy of mine in the media, Meltdown from the Riff, he is having a party with the Griffins right now, and he wanted a shout-out, so I thought I'd do that. Meltdown, the Griffins, what is up? Thanks for watching us here on the State Champ Sports Network.
Can't join us in the stands. Appreciate you on the computer.
Coach Pop, Sean Belegian, Lauren Plant down on the field. 3rd and 9 here. Back to pass, Bile. What a reception by guess who? Cameron Davenport. You've seen him pick it off with a great catch. That's 2 unbelievable receptions by the junior wide receiver.
He just finds open space, and again, Declan's throwing the football where his guy can have some success away from the defense, trusting he's going to make a great play, and yet again he comes through. Big 3rd and long play. CC's got it going.
So a first down now for the Shamrocks. Clock running, 7:45 to go here, 3rd quarter. New life for the Shamrocks. Bile in that shotgun, gives it to Jafar. Makes a man miss, cuts it outside, dances out of bounds. Boy, is this kid fun to watch.
He sure is.
Jaffer is just running hard.
Unbelievable strength and speed. Possibly a holding out there on the edge on that receiver on that one.
I think we got a replay on that big 3rd down reception. Let's take a look at this. Once again, number 17, Cameron Davenport. He's got some hands. Well, when the boys get it up, we'll show it to you. This kid's got some hands, and Coach Pop, you were right. That was a hold on the field. Take a look at Davenport. Watch these hands. My goodness.
And I'll tell you what, he set it up with a great stem up the field. He plants that foot on that out route. It's so tough to cover.
1st and 15 now for the Shamrocks. Bile sends a man in motion and gives it to him in motion. Trying to cut it upfield. He's got some space, puts his head down at the 45 and dives forward to about the 43-yard line. Dursa, he's made some plays tonight, and that picks up 7.
Again, their leader's coming through. Again, a captain, earlier touchdown tonight. He's the punt returner. He's on jet sweeps. CC doing a good job, in my opinion, of getting the ball in their playmakers' hands.
A much more manageable 2nd and 8 now for the Shamrocks. He's got 2 receivers near side, 1 far side, does Declan Bile. Lone setback is Jafar. Man in motion now. Flags fly before that can happen, and we got a false start on the Shamrocks.
5-yard penalty.
Tell you what, they once again a penalty on a situation. They just get themselves in a manageable 2nd down. You know, get some positive yards, maybe make a 3rd and short, and here they are adding 5 more to the task.
6.5 to go here, 3rd quarter. Still anybody's football game. Boy, I'll tell you what, here's another cliche, Coach. The next score is a big one. Somebody gets a touchdown. Obviously, that puts Brother Rice on top, but Catholic Central would give themselves some much-needed breathing room.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cover up a mistake sometimes with an extra score. Makes a big difference in a football game.
Declan Bile, shotgun formation, Jafar on his right hip. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Rice shows blitz, they bring it. Picked up by CC through the arms of the intended receiver. Dangerous pass there, intended for James Almeida.
Good defense, though, right on the back hip there. I believe he bothered him enough with that hand swipe. Going to make it a 3rd and long. And again, Rice is hinging this. Come on, defense, let's make a play. Seems to be the theme of the night for them.
Luke Sands, the defensive lineman, limping off the field. Looked like he was having an issue with the ankle. I hope he's okay. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 14 for the Shamrocks. Trips far side of the field. Bile overlooks that defense. Rice shows blitz, they bring 5. Single coverage, he's got a man, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. What a dart by Declan Bile. And the Shamrocks get that crucial score we just talked about, Coach.
Cannot say enough. Cannot say enough about how impressed I am with Declan tonight. That ball is on the money in a huge position. Hits Owen Semp right in the chest, and he does the rest for a huge score in this game.
Boy, what a pass by Bile with pressure coming. My goodness gracious.
Phenomenal poise. Phenomenal poise.
Snap down. The kick is up. The kick is good. So with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter, Coach Pop, that was the score we were talking about. The next one was a big one. Brother Rice has their work cut out for them as they now trail 17-6 with 5:50 to go here in this third quarter.
Well, they're absolutely in a position now they've got to get something going. You know, earlier it was, hey, let's get something going. Now it's a must situation. You know, you're down 17-6 and have to make something positive happen on offense. And, you know, so often you see one side of the ball. In this case, it's the defense tonight who's asked time and time and time again to not break as you're bending a little by little. But you know what? It's tough. They've played a lot of minutes on that football field tonight.
They sure have. That's a great observation. Been out there a whole heck of a lot. Well, if somebody can make a play for you, number 5 can. He's back there, Cole Lacanaria. You know they're going to want to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers, and he's certainly one of them. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Rocco Melia as well. May have been the star of the win over De La Salle last week.
Absolutely, leading up just to the opportunity to get the score, and then on a bad snap on the extra point, runs it in for 2, and big win for them last week. They need some of that magic to happen here on offense tonight.
Charlie Mentzer going to kick this off. He's put a couple through the end zone. If I were a betting man and the sportsbook would take this, I'll say he puts this into the end zone.
And I'm going to say that because I'm watching it live, he doesn't.
You win. La Canaria takes it up the middle of the gut, up past the 20, brought down at about the 21-yard line. Let's give him 19 yards on that return, and that is where Jake Coulter and this Warrior offense will take the field again.
And this is one of those scenarios I think the offense has to string some first downs together first, gets himself, you know, past the 50-yard line, then he can be in some business, maybe take a shot, see what's going on.
4 receivers again, 2 split each side. Coulter clapping his hands down there, trying to get Rice going. Shamrocks bring the pressure up the middle, pass outside, dropped. Boy, he hasn't been helped at times by his receivers. That was the freshman this time, Xavier Bowman, but we've seen a few drops coming out of balls thrown by Coulter.
I believe that's 5 drops tonight, and a couple of them have come on very, very big play opportunities. And, you know, when you're in a big, hard-fought game, you have to make those plays.
Going to load up the near side now. Bunch formation with trips, one on the far side. Warriors facing a 2nd and 10. Shamrocks show blitz, but they back off rush 4. Coulter under pressure, rolling near side. Still rolling near side. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Dances out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. We'll call it the 28-yard line, but picks up positive yardage and a manageable 3rd and 4, Coach.
Well, I'll tell you what, quick pressure coming inside off that edge and then him getting to the outside. Very good job. Looks like he picked up about 6, so they have an opportunity here to make a play and get a first down.
Yeah, about a 3rd and 4. Clock running inside. 5.5 to go here on a beautiful Saturday night in Pontiac. Coulter in the shotgun. Shamrock show blitz. They bring it this time up the middle. Picked up nicely by Rice. Pass complete at the 35. Dancing for the first down. Up to the 36 to La Canaria. Keep those chains moving and some positive yards there by the Warriors.
Love that play. A little option for Cole. Continue up the seam or sit there in a hole. Sat in the hole. Ran for a couple yards. Big first down. String another couple together. See what happens.
Bunch formation. Now 4 on the far side of the field. Empty backfield for Coulter on this 1st and 10. Back to pass is Coulter. 4-man rush, going to step up again. Does a good job of feeling the rush. Slides at the 40. mark him down where that knee hits, not where the slide ends, but ends up picking up 3 on that first down.
I think Catholic Central doing a great job. It looks like they don't have a linebacker in the middle, but they're getting such pressure that they, not worried about Jake doing like a QB draw up the middle or something, and then the outside edge people are coming hard.
2nd and 6. They give him 4 on that first down carry. Coulter again in the shotgun. Looks over the middle, completes over the middle. This time going to be short of the first down, but positive yardage again. That reception made by Johnny Dalamonte, setting up a 3rd and 2 from their own 35-yard line. We're going to call it a long 2 at that.
If you set yourself up in less than 3rd and 3 all night long, you're going to have a good night. So I think the Warriors are a good spot here. Let's pick up a first down and make something happen.
Coulter under center now. He's got bunch formation far side, 1 on the near side. Single setback this time. Coulter looks to the sideline, runs to the sideline, now lining up in the shotgun, directing traffic in his backfield.
It's not easy on the center. Great job.
Going to throw
good
a slant
ball.
complete to Rocco Melia. He's got the first down into Shamrock territory. Tackle made there by Davenport, but not before another Warrior first down.
Great job there. Now we're on the other side of the 50. See what can happen here. Make something. I love that they're stringing to good plays. Get the ball out of his hands so that pressure isn't affecting him as much. Good job securing the football, and a good tackle by 17. Catches everything. Footballs and players on the offense. Good job.
So, new life for the Warriors. They trail 17-6. Coulter back to pass. Good protection. Pass behind the intended receiver, Johnny Dalamonte. Falls dangerously in the middle of a pack of Shamrocks, but falls incomplete nonetheless with exactly 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, you could see Gianni spun his head around and said, uh-oh. Unfortunately, that ball fell harmlessly to the ground.
A buddy of mine in Livonia, Jim Hubenschmidt, wanted to let us know that he's watching. He's a CC grad. Says he's enjoying the broadcast tonight. Thank you, Jimmy.
Glad to have you, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
Coulter looks to the sideline, telling everybody to look at the chart on their wrists. What does it call for on 2nd and 10? Well, I can tell you what Brother Rice is saying. It calls for a timeout on 2nd and 10 with exactly 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Brother Rice alumni going to shout-outs. Brian Marshall, his son Zeke and Christian watching with us tonight, enjoying the broadcast. Appreciate you guys coming out tonight. One of the things that is missing that is such a cool sight, when CC and Rice get their student sections going at each other, it is a back-and-forth battle in and of itself. And you know what? I miss that tonight. I really do.
I'm with you, partner. No doubt about and listen, here's the interesting thing. Newsflash, neither one of us are from CC or Brother Rice. You're talking to 2 Livonia guys here, but there's nothing like that. When the CC and the Brother Rice fans are going, it's a beautiful sight.
Second to none. Absolutely second to none, and fun to be a part of that.
Trips far side. Coulter shotgun formation, 17-6. Catholic Central on top. They back off rush 4. Coulter steps up, feels the pressure, dumps it off. Good job there, releasing the ball. Thrown out of bounds right in front of the Rice bench. D'Angelo there. The Rice bench saying a little too much mustard in that white area. The officials say no, sir. Going to be very close to a first down, but I believe he's going to be about a yard short.
Well, if I'm Coach K, I'm asking for a measurement here, but I think you're right. He's a little bit short there.
Third down, less than a yard.
CC guy rolled, big third down.
Going to spread him out, though. Coulter in the shotgun. Once again, looking to the sideline. Got a couple guys sending some signals out there. A little deception going on. Big third down here. Probably 4-down territory, but let's see. Coulter, back to pass. Throws, incomplete. Nobody there. Pass went inside, receiver went outside. Now we'll see if this is 4-down territory. And again, Coach, this is where you got a guy that can use that deception. He can pooch punt if he has to, or he can tuck it up and run.
I agree. Absolutely. A lot of options here. Looks like they're going to go for it. I agree with it. Their defense has played very, very well. They've got a drive going here if they can keep it alive here.
Boy, we are right on top of the spot. They need less than a yard. They really do. They need less than a yard. Coulter, back to pass, completes over the middle, first down to La Canaria, inside the 35 and brought down at the 33-yard line.
Great call by Coach Deutsch there. Nice job just getting Nicole into that little spot. It's about a 5-yard throw and a great first down by the Warriors. Tough to defend that.
So a fresh set of downs, clock running inside 2:35 to go here. Brother Rice has got to get something going offensively. They trail 17-6. Trips far side, low snap. Coulter picks it up, throws outside. He has La Canaria out there, makes one man miss. Runs between them, 10, 5, touchdown. Oh, baby, is that going to be on the state champs highlight reel? What a move by La Canaria.
I'll tell you what, Cole with phenomenal footwork right there. Just so hard. You know, you play flag football against him, you can't pull his flag. So it's even tougher to tackle him. Unbelievable play right there. And you know what? Just at the time the Warriors need it. And to Jake's credit, ball on target. Great job, O-line as well.
Brother Rice looks like they're thinking about going for two here. Not a bad decision when it's 17-12.
I agree 100%. This is a good decision. Because 4 and 5 don't make a difference. You'd have a score touchdown either, but if you can get it to 3, you got a chance to tie it with a field goal.
Let's see. Going to spread them out again. Trip receivers far side, one near side.
Got man coverage across the board. See if they go to a slant.
Coulter.
There he is.
Two-step drop over the middle. Flags fly everywhere. Rocco Melia was making the call before the flags were coming.
Yes, he was. He got himself in good position. And you know what? To CC's credit, you grab him. Give him a couple yards instead, make him make another chance at it.
All right.
We'll change in personnel here.
Yeah, let's see if they go with the big package down there. Mano a mano in the trenches. Yeah, no doubt about that one.
1 yard line there. Here we go. Big play.
Rocco going to come out there. I think they're going to spread him again, Coach, even though they're down to the 1 yard line. As you mentioned, Coulter can move.
I think something quick to the outside of the number 2 backs here.
Man in motion.
Oh, nice
they
play.
Give it to him. He cuts inside. Did he get there?
Not.
No. I thought he had the edge, Coach. I was surprised to see him cut it back.
I agree. I thought he could have sprinted to the edge, and instead he tried to cut it up, and a fantastic stop by Catholic Central there.
Boy, Johnny Delamonte, take a look. Here's your replay right here of that touchdown. Unbelievable footwork here.
Again, line give him a little time. That's that little dump over the middle for the big first down on 4th and 1. Very good play there.
Let's see, we're going to get the touchdown reception in just a moment. Here we go. That was the big 4th down. Oh, we're back here, and that's all right. Let's throw it down to Lauren Plant while we have a moment.
I think Lauren's having some technical difficulties.
We'll keep it here. Here's that replay that we're talking about. Take a look here. Look at this. Look at all the white shirts out there. He ran between them all.
And he stops his feet, and then boom, that burst. Boy, oh boy, speed kills. Sean, speed kills in this game.
No substitute for it, Coach. 17-12. Shamrocks on top. Having a great time out here at Wisner Stadium. I hope you are enjoying this game as well. Appreciate you joining us here on the State Champ Sports Network, along with the coach, Coach Pop. My name is Sean Belegian, Lauren Plant on the field, and we can't say enough about our camera crew, our statisticians, our engineers. Great job by countless many, really. Outstanding. Flag on the play. Brother Rice jumped the gun a little bit on that kick. There's those emotions again, right?
Yep, trying to get one step closer, one step further up the field. You have to have that in check. Again, people look at it as 5 yards only, but whatever breeze there is, it's coming at his face. Makes it a little bit tougher, and then that sets CC up with a chance to have more success on this play.
Well, let's see when Catholic Central gets the ball back, if they decide to keep the running game going, because they found a little something with it on their first drive of this third quarter, and certainly Mohamed Jaffer is having a day of it running the ball.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job utilizing that, and then used the play action to make big passes.
Chris Goebel with the return there, all the way up to about the 30-yard line. Let's see where they mark forward progress, maybe up to about the 31. So that is where Declan Bile and this Shamrock offense will take over. They're going to mark them clear to the 32-yard line, as a matter of fact.
And Ryan Irvin, who kicked the ball off, was in on the tackle.
Yeah.
So phenomenal hustle down there. A host of Warriors helping out, but phenomenal hustle right there.
Well, a prototypical Catholic Central Brother Rice game so far here tonight. Although Catholic Central has led the entire way, it's anybody's football game, Coach, with 14 minutes plus to go.
Hey, you get a defensive stop here, maybe cause a turnover, flip a score, and you can flip this whole game right around. But you're right, anybody can take it over.
We have an official timeout.
Going to throw it down to Lauren Plant on the sideline.
Lauren?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. All right, so I'm not going to name names, but when we were talking about how this game was going to play out this year, the 2020 iteration of Brother Rice versus Detroit Catholic Central, there were some out there that said this was going to be a blowout, that this just might be favored towards one side, and maybe the team Catholic Central was that. As you can see, we have a ball game. As you can see, there's another flag. We've had a lot of flags in this particular contest, but I just want to say that, again, throw the records out the window when these two teams get together. It's always a fantastic affair, and it's really fun being down here on the sideline here, getting a chance to experience the highs and lows with the Warrior faithful here, and who knows how this one's going to shake out, but again, hopefully it's going to continue the way it's been, back and forth, might have another instant classic on our hand. And by the way, that touchdown run by Lacanaria, that is going to be one of our plays of the week. Hands down, how he did that. I'm still trying to figure it out. Back to you guys.
That's Lauren Plant. He's been there, done that, seen it all. When the man speaks, listen to him. He's seen a few of these games in his career. 1st and 5 now for the Shamrocks. Strip receivers near side. Bile makes one man miss, got some space up the middle, 45, 50, 45, slides at the 43-yard line. Great deception. I think everybody thought he gave the ball up on that handoff to Spencer Lyons. I know one broadcaster that thought Spencer Lyons got it, but kept it himself, and a big gainer into Rice territory.
Then he went to set to throw off the play action and said, wait a minute, they're going to give me all this space. I'm going to use my athleticism. I'm going to get up the field, and again, poised to slide, not take a big hit. Got a referee timeout here. Looks like a chain issue over there.
Yeah, going to make sure that they set that correct. Up at the 44-yard line. Talking to the chain gang out there. You know, while we have a second, I mean, there's so many people that do a really good job, Coach, of game day stuff. Not only the officials, but the chain gang and some of the boosters and everything. This is one of those games when things get back to normal, and they will get back to normal. I want to reiterate something that you said. Do yourself a favor and see one of these games in person.
Absolutely. If you're looking for a phenomenal high school atmosphere, a great game always, but the whole atmosphere is something that you have to experience. And I will go as far as to say that Lawrence Tech University has football now because their president, Dr. Mogill, came out to one of them and said, I want that at my school.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
Shamrocks with a 1st and 10 on the Warrior 44-yard line. Trip receivers far side. Single setback is Spencer Lyons. Back to pass is Declan Bile. He's got lots of time. Looks over the middle. Intercepted. Rocco Melia, 45, 50, 45, 40, and driven out of bounds. There's a late flag that's going to be thrown there. Spencer Lyons threw him to the turf. That'll be plus 15 that way for the Warriors.
Now, I'll tell you what, it's exactly what we said. You get that turnover, you flip it around, And there is Melia, again, one of their leaders, one of their best players, making a big play in a big time. And emotions out of bounds take over yet again. It's going to be 15 yards, and they're going to be in business inside the 20-yard line.
Boy, the game of football, things can change in the blink of an eye. Brother Rice was down 17-6, hadn't had a lead yet. Now they have an opportunity as we look at the replay.
So much time, great offensive line, and then bam, stepped right in front of that receiver.
15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
What a turnaround for Brother Rice.
Rocco Melia, again, making plays all over the field. That's what he does. And the Warriors in business, an opportunity to take their first lead of this one.
Got the Lockenarea family watching in Hawaii.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Coulter in the shotgun. Two-step drop, going to step up. Avoids one hit, going to dance out of bounds. Actually going to go in the book for a loss of one there. Great coverage downfield by the Shamrocks. Hey, you've seen the Warriors kind of shut the door on the Shamrocks deep a couple times. I think the Shamrock defense would love nothing more than to repay the favor here.
Oh, absolutely. They're looking for a defensive stand, hold them at best to a field goal try, and see what can happen from there for them. And, of course, Rice looking to punch it in and take the lead for the first time tonight.
Trip receivers far side, one near side. Coulter in the shotgun on this 2nd and 11. From the Shamrock 21. Low snap, but he picks it up off the ground. Pressure again. This time he's going down. How about the bare arms there by number 85, Connor Dewan. The 6'2", 220-pound senior just put a paw out and grabbed him down.
I'll tell you what, made a great move on the tackle there. Dipped up inside, got a hold of Coulter, and was not going to let go.
Inside a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Last minute to play in the third quarter.
Third and long now. Third and about 17. Man in motion from the left to the right is Dalamonte. Coulter in the shotgun. Feels the pressure, sets up a screen. Complete to D'Angelo. Makes a cut at the 30, makes another cut at the 25, gets it inside the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 20. So a decision here. 4th and 8, do you try the field goal to get within 2, or do you go for it on 4th and 8?
I think they're going to take a little time here, let the quarter run out. And if I were to take a guess, if you're asking me, I think they're going to go for it. Let's see what happens.
That is the end of the third quarter. You see the players on the field holding up those 4 fingers, signifying the fourth quarter. I'm going to hold up my one finger and point down to the man, Lauren Plant, our sideline reporter. Lauren?
All right, I hope it wasn't the middle finger, but
index, I swear, my friend.
All right, good. All right, guys, you know, we've been talking about what a great game this is, the rivalry game and everything that means. You know what also is great is the Catholic League in general. This is one of the toughest divisions in the state, if not the toughest. Another big game, of course, is the championship. It's now called the Prep Bowl. Used to be called the Soup Bowl. And I'm talking way back in the day, the Capuchin Soup Kitchen became the benefactor of some of the proceeds of the Catholic League championship game. I just got all kinds of history for you today. It's just wild. But in 1971, they officially named it the Prep Bowl, played at the Pontiac Silverdome, and since 2002 at Ford Field. It also involves the Detroit Catholic Youth Organization, otherwise known as the CYO, for games there. And here's a couple facts. Through 2015, the winningest high schools in Prep Bowl history, regardless of division, Bloomfield, well, I call them Birmingham, Brother Rice. This says Bloomfield Hills, Brother Rice. Let's get back to the game. I'll tell you that in just a sec.
We wait for it. And, Coach, you were right. 4th down, and they're going for it. Trips far side, 2 near side. Empty backfield for Coulter. Pressure comes. Pass incomplete. A turnover on downs, and that is a big boost for that Shamrock defense.
Had his guy, was throwing as he's leaning back off his back foot. Consequently, the ball comes up a little bit short. I give him a lot of credit, coaches, for trusting in their kids to make that play. It didn't work out. hey, defense, let's get a stop. Catholic Central saying the other thing, hey, let's hold this ball for about 8 minutes and get a score.
You'd love nothing more than to get that old school power running game going if you're the Shamrocks. And I'll tell you what, they've shown flashes of it tonight, especially with number 22, Mohammed Jaffer. He has run hard. This time, it is going to be Spencer Lyons out there on the left hip of that junior quarterback, Declan Bile. Trip receivers far side, going to keep it on the ground. Lyons makes a man miss in the backfield, puts his head down. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, though. Good effort just to do that. Eat a little clock in the process with 11:40 to go in this game, running clock. Catholic Central, who is led all the way, hanging on to a 17-12 lead.
I would make a big bet. There's a lot of CC alumni out there going, hey, let's see the tee. 8-minute drive. Come on, guys, like the day. Let's go. I can hear it.
Bile overlooks the defense on the 2nd and 10. He has time. Steps up. Some contact, and there's your flag. It was late, but, Coach, I think you saw the same thing I saw. There was some early contact there.
I think the left hand on the defensive back was on his back, and I think that's exactly what the back judge saw there. Pulled him down a little bit. He did make a phenomenal play with his front arm, but I believe that left arm is what he's getting called for here.
Not surprisingly, the Warrior fans on our side of the field don't agree with that call, Coach.
And I'm sure they don't like me to say it. I can't apologize. I got to call it like I see it.
Oh, look at you. Are an absolute pro, Coach Pop. No doubt about that. So staying in there, once again, Spencer Lyons. We haven't seen Mohammed Jaffer out there the last couple of series for the Shamrocks. Hope everything's okay with that young man.
Well, he goes both ways, so I think he might just get a little breather here.
Lyons gets the handoff. He's wrapped up in the backfield, and that is going to be a loss. Back to the 33-yard line. Loss of 2, setting up a 2nd and 12. Clock running inside, 11 minutes to go here.
Matt Andoni with a phenomenal play from the defensive tackle spot right there. Getting up and under. Two guys were trying to block. He broke through, held on for a real good tackle.
Coach, you know how lucky we are in Michigan here at 9:38 at night in the last few days of September that it's still 72 degrees?
I'll tell you what, let's just keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know who we got to get that order into.
That
Maybe Batanti can do it. He orders everything else.
Lou knows everybody, so we'll talk to Batanti to do that. Trips far side, one near side. Declan back to pass. He completes it to Lyons. Nowhere to go, though, far side of the field. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Just a phenomenal job of running inside out by the defense because he looked like he had some room to me on the edge. Little surprised they haven't gone to Davenport here in these last couple series. He's had a phenomenal game. I think you trust guys who make plays. We'll see what happens here. Big 3rd and long for both sides here.
Declan Bile now looking to the sideline, waiting to get the call in. 2 receivers far side. Jaffer checks back in on this big 3rd down. Man in motion from the right to the left. Going to set up a screen the opposite way. That ball is knocked away. The Warriors smelled that out very nicely. Really didn't have a chance out there, Coach.
Absolutely. Read that little screen there coming. Came downhill on a hurry. Got in the way of the receiver, and they've caused a punt here and can set themselves up in a good position. Phenomenal punter here for CC. They need a boomer.
Yeah, Mentzer back out there. He can let her fly. We've seen it not only in his kicking, but his punting as well.
He turns that ball over as well as I've seen a high school turn it over, and Rice is hoping maybe he shanks one here.
Rocco Melia stands on his own 35-yard line, awaiting this one. Pressure comes. Kick comes short side of the field, going to bounce right out of bounds, literally right in front of our broadcast vantage point at the 40-yard line. So, with 9:26 to go, boy, Coach, this is what everybody asked for. You want the ball. You want to be in a position to control your own destiny. Coulter in this offense have a chance to do that right now.
Absolutely. 9:26 to go. It's a 17-12 ball game. You got plenty of time to get down there, get a score, string some things together here, put some first downs together, and then get one in the end zone. On the other side, they're saying, hey, listen, we need to get that stop. We need to get the ball back to the offense, and let's see what they can do with it.
We'll set the offense for you. 4 receiver set, 2 split far side, 2 near side. Coulter in that shotgun. We've seen him there most of the night. Shamrocks show blitz. They back off. They rush 4. Going to swing it out to Lockenfori. Not a chance that time. La Canaria had no chance that time. That is going to be a loss of 2.
Missed block out there by the other receiver, and it results in a loss of yardage there. That's a tough one. Young kid going to grow up fast in a game like this, I'll tell you that.
No doubt about it. Officially a loss of 1, setting up a 2nd and 11. Clock running inside, 9 minutes to go. Catholic Central holding on to this 17-12 lead. Another classic here between these longtime rivals. Shamrocks now with 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Check that 6. They back off a little bit. Coulter back to pass. 3-man rush. Throws over the middle. Complete. That's Dalamonte about a foot in front of the first down marker, but the official says, move it up. That's a Brother Rice first down.
I'll tell you what, early on he made some mistakes and dropped the ball, but that is a big-time catch and a great throw by Coulter. But kudos to the O-line. Gave him some time to step into that one and make a good balanced throw.
Rocco Milia going to split far side along with Dalamonte. 2 receivers on the near side. La Canaria, as well as number 15, Nick Devereaux, senior, 6 foot, 180-pounder. Coulter in the shotgun. 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe. Pass complete to Dalamonte. Dalamonte, nice move to the outside. Drives forward for the first down to the 37-yard line for the Shamrocks.
Boy, 2 in a row. Very good, very well thrown ball. Rocco Melia creating a little havoc out there. He got up under him and outside for a first down. A couple big plays to get him big first downs.
Clock running again, 7:45 to go. Brother Rice got to be feeling good right now. They trail 17-12, but with a 1st and 10 on the Shamrock 37-yard line. Trip receivers near side this time. Coulter in the shotgun. Pressure comes. He releases complete. Good job there by La Canaria, not only bringing the ball in, but stretching that out. Cole La Canaria doing a great job.
And I'll tell you what, Hauser right there. We've seen what Cole can do with his feet. He makes a heck of a tackle in the open field right there. So a good play on both sides, setting up 2nd and 5.
Clock running, nearly 7 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Catholic Central is led all the way. Brother Rice threatens. Trip receivers far side, 1 near side. Single setback is D'Angelo. Coulter under pressure. He's going to go down.
I think you got a face mask call in here on the defensive lineman. We'll see right here.
Tackle made by number 75.
Looked like he was reaching for that sack and caught that face mask, and I think the umpire in the middle caught it.
Yeah, it's Gubernich. Got in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Just a bear rush.
He's a Grand Valley commit, so he's going to a very good program out there.
Coach Matt Mitchell continues to do good work out there. 5-yard penalty.
Should be repeating 2nd down.
So a 2nd and 5 now for the Warriors. Bunch formation, far side, 1 near side. Coulter shotgun, D'Angelo on his right hip. At the 32-yard line. Coulter under pressure again, tries to release it, nobody in the area. Got a flag back at the 45-yard line. Coach, may have been a flag on that intentional grounding as well. As a matter of fact, the back judge threw it very, very late.
Yep, you've got the umpire throwing the late one, I believe, on the intentional grounding, and I believe you also have a hold over there, which I believe Catholic Central will take because it'll be 10 yards from that spot.
Boy, what a great venue here as well. Anytime you can get the train rolling through, I'm down with that.
I'll tell you got that going. Again, the barbecue's going.
Yeah,
you
come
got
on.
Lauren playing on the sidelines. What else could you want?
Come on, bring over that brisket. Come on now.
They're not bringing it, pal. They're eating it up. Their feet are up. It's one of those nights.
Yeah, Coach, you nailed it. Holding and intentional grounding. They're going to decline the holding and take the intentional grounding because of the loss of downs, and it's at the spot of the foul.
That's correct. So they're going to get a little bit less yardage back, but it's going to be that loss of down, which is huge.
Yeah, big. Move them all the way back. Boy, where are they going to spot this ball?
I think the 45.
Yeah, a lot of confusion out there. Talk about it. Make sure you get it right. With that being said, the Warriors need to get all the way down to the 28-yard line. So this is a 3rd and 25.
They need to do a good job here of just picking up some big chunk, but not going crazy and throwing the ball to the other team.
Warriors with 5 men. Standing and blocking against his 4-man rush. Coulter under pressure again. Down he goes. That time cleaning it up, Michael Baydoun. He's made a couple plays up front. Has that 6-foot, 265-pound junior. And none bigger perhaps than that one. A sack all the way back to the 42-yard line.
A great X stunt there by the end, and the tackle really screwed up the offensive line there. Big pressure, and again, making a play and pulling them down.
Coulter now going to punt this one away. Coming in on this return, certainly the dangerous Cameron Davenport. We have seen him make incredible plays both sides. Coulter with a good job picking that ball up off the turf.
And a good punt.
Davenport forced back to his 15. Makes one man miss, makes another man miss. Spins forward to the 25-yard line, and that is where Declan Bile and this Shamrock offense will take over. We've got a Warrior down at about the 10-yard line. Hope he's okay, but you can see him slapping the turf there. Hope that young man is okay.
Yeah, it looks like he was attempting the tackle, spun off, and may have pulled something. We'll see what happened.
But I tell you what, Coach, you were bringing this up earlier. We're at that position again where I think a lot of the Shamrock old school guys are saying, come on now, Coach Mack. Coach Mack this game away with only 5:31 to go.
Absolutely 100% right. And this time, in the biggest rivalry in the state, one in the biggest country, they're saying, let's go back a little bit, 3 backs, 2 tight ends, foot to foot, and let's just ram it down their throat and see if we can't just put this one away.
Well, Lauren Plant, of course, the 3rd member of our broadcast team down on the field, been providing history lessons all night. Lauren, what do you got for us?
All right, so I just want to stay along, and again, when there's an injury, we want to be too excited, but when talking about Prep Bowl champions, and again, this talks about the legacy of the programs. Brother Rice, 23 AB Central AA Division and Wild Card wins. Detroit Catholic Central right behind them with 20 AB Division, Central AA Division, Wild Card titles. And 3rd is Waterford Our Lady of the Lakes. They've got 14 CD Division and Wild Card wins. And Our Lady of the Lakes actually used this as a home field for a number of years. Again, being down here, being at Wisner, feeling this again, we've got a great game that's going to be, going right down to the wire. It feels nostalgic. And again, you want to see more games happen here. I know you guys feel that way. I definitely do, because it's been a while since I've actually been down here and checked out a game at good old Wisner Stadium. So hopefully we're going to get to do more of them from right here coming up.
Well, I hope I get a chance to work with both of you fine gentlemen real soon as well. It has been an absolute pleasure tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually will have, because next week we'll be right back here. So there you go.
All right, here we go. 5:31 to go.
Hey, they got the 2 tight ends, so there's some excitement for them. This has been a very good set for them tonight on the run game.
Billy
Pulling that
Morphew
tackle around.
In motion. The give, once again, to number 22, Mohammed Jaffer. But I tell you what, there's just a difference when they run with 22 tonight. No disrespect to anybody else. There's just a difference when that young man has the ball.
He absolutely makes a difference. There's no doubt. And like we said earlier, Coach talked about him being a key player tonight, and he has shown up and played on both sides of the ball very well. But the run game, he has made that happen.
2nd and 7 from the 32-yard line, taking their sweet time getting this play in. Not quite going out to the barn to milk the cow just yet, but they're milking a little bit right now. Once again, Morphew in motion. Single back, Jafar. The give is to him, near side. He's hit. Boy, he keeps trying. He just doesn't go down on first contact. It looked like he was dead to right at the 28. He plunges forward to about the line of scrimmage, setting up a 3rd down.
I can hear Coach Ostrowski right now, squat, 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 squats. And you mentioned it earlier. Not one time has he been brought down by the first player. He has just absolutely run them ragged tonight on the defensive end. He's doing a great job.
Well, they mark him up. This is going to be about a 3rd and 5. Clock running, definitely a factor with only 4:15 to go here. Declan Bile in the shotgun. Looks over the defense, takes a snap, but gives it to Jafar. Once again, up to about the 35, but push back. Needed to get to the 37, and that time the big wall of black said, no, sir. Pushed him back. And now Catholic Central going to be forced to punt. Interesting with Brother Rice, do you use the timeout now, or do you let her roll down? Because the Shamrocks are going to let this roll down as much as they can.
I'm gonna believe he's gonna keep it in his pocket, try and get a little return here. He'll still have somewhere around 3 minutes plus for the offensive series with the timeouts.
Charlie Menser again on. We know what he can do. Make no mistake about that. Big leg here for the Shamrocks. He gets her away.
Got a chance.
Spiral. Oh. Melia calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 29-yard line. It's very simple. Brother Rice, with destiny in their own hand, with 3:14 to go, a field goal's not going to help them. They need a touchdown, and they're going to see if this junior quarterback, Jake Coulter, can be a hero. It came down to the very end last week. Lauren Plant on the field. What do you got for us?
Guys, I just want to say, obviously this is such a huge win for both teams. Coming up for Brother Rice next week is Orchard Lake. Orchard Lake just fell to De La Salle, who Brother Rice beat last week. So the Central Division is wide open right now. This is huge, and here we go, right? Final drive of the game, perhaps. Let's see what happens.
Coulter out there, 2 receivers, far side, 2 near side. 1st and 10 from his own 29-yard line. Shamrocks bring the blitz, and that is going to be movement on Brother Rice.
I believe our receiver left just a little bit early trying to get down that field a little quickly.
It remains 1st down.
So move them back, couple seconds off the clock. Move them back 5 yards to about the 24-yard line. 2nd and 15 now. 2nd and 15 for the Warriors. Boy, this Shamrock front 7 has been very active the last couple of series, Coach. Let's see if they are here again. Coulter in the shotgun. Awaits the snap. Shamrocks rush 4. Throws to the outside. Incomplete. Looking once again for number 5. Cole Lacanaria. Falls incomplete. And a 2nd and 15 now.
I would say another change, and I'm sure the alumni could back this up, is the Shamrocks have done a lot of twisting and X-stunts, and they've also blitzed more than they have in the past. I've seen there more aggression on both sides of the football, and I give Coach Anderson a lot of credit. I think football is evolving and things change. I think he's doing a great job with that.
4 receiver set, trips near side, 1 far side. Coulter, shotgun formation with 3:08 to go. Rushing for the Shamrocks. Pressure comes, hit as he throws. The ball is loose, but that is going to go in the books as a pass.
Good thing his arm is going forward, because that pops out for a fumble. That becomes a lot of trouble for the Warriors. So we got a 3rd down, big play here.
Hey, Coach, I'll tell you what. This front 4 of the Shamrocks has really stepped up the last couple of offensive series for the Warriors. 3rd and long, not exactly the position that you want to be in. But here we are. Warriors going to send trip receivers far side, one near side. Coulter looks to the sideline, awaits the call. Steps out now. Couple different members of the Warrior Nation sending in plays. Now he settles in. Shamrocks show blitz. They back off rush 4. Coulter delivers over the middle, complete to Milia. First down at the 42-yard line. If all else fails, put the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
Phenomenal route run, got inside the defender. Jake wait for him to clear the linebacker and put it right in that hole. Great throw, great catch, first down, huge play.
Clock stops with 2:53 to go here. He's going to say reset the clock to 2:51.
2:56, I believe.
2:56.
We'll see. Yeah, it looked
Let's
like
see.
a 6.
Yeah, it was indeed. There we go. 2:56 to go in this one.
What a play right there by the Warriors. And the O-line keeping the D-line, like you said, Coach, they have been taking us to the house. And they did a great job there to give him time.
Coulter in the shotgun formation with 3 receivers on this near side. Trying to set up that screen. Completes at the 40. Can't make a man miss is D'Angelo. That's that play in all or nothing. You make that man miss, you might still be running. He makes the tackle. You get a short gain and waste a lot of time, Coach.
Guess who was on the tackle? Number 22. Mr. Mohammed is
Amazing.
doing, I'm telling you,
Amazing.
Play after play after play, and it looks like it's going to be a big play, and he comes up with a great tackle.
2nd and 8, taking a lot of time off the clock here. 2:10 to go. They have to go 58 yards. Trip receivers far side, one near side. Coulter, shotgun formation. Looks, throws, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with exactly 2 minutes to go. Another 3rd and long scenario for Brother Rice, however.
Looks like there was a mix-up, little communication there, because I think Jake was waiting for someone to come in that spot, and they were coming late or didn't get there. Good job again, the O-line, keeping him clean on that one.
What a dandy game this has been, and we still have what should be an exciting last couple minutes. Coulter in the shotgun. Trips far side, one near side. Shamrocks showing pressure. They back off rush 4. Pass complete near side of the field. First down into Shamrock territory. Reception made it about the stick and diving forward to the 46-yard line. Rocco Milia again. Clock stops momentarily with $1:55 to go. Now they real start it.
Tell you, coaching in this game, you talk to your players, and this is where you start defining what your career was at Brother Rice or Catholic Central, is this game, and Rocco's doing a great job of that tonight.
Coulter again. There's the snap. It goes behind him. He's going to fall on it. No! Catholic Central's going to recover at the 35-yard line. A premature snap. It looked like Coulter was going to fall on it, and off that carpet, it just squirted out from underneath him, and heartbreak for the Warriors.
This might sound familiar to some people. Trouble with the snap. And there you go right there, and it could prove fatal in this game tonight.
Oh, what a heartbreaker.
That's a tough one. He was not ready for it. I think the center thought he heard the call to snap it, and I'm sure Jake did not make that call. That's a tough one.
Shamrocks have led all the way. It's been precarious at times, but they have a chance right now to close this one out. Connor Bell going to check in at running back. Declan Bile in the shotgun. Bile barking out the signals. Going to give it to Bell. Bell puts his head down at the 33-yard line. You can hear the Warriors yell, ball, 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 but they are not going to get it from Connor Bell as he's got both arms all over that football.
And you see the offensive line toe-to-toe in their splits. They're just going to run it up in there, force Rice to take their timeouts, get what they can on the ground, try and run that clock out.
Well, as advertised, another exciting edition of Catholic Central and Brother Rice.
Can't get a better atmosphere, a great football game. You know, Lauren called at the very beginning. We were here a couple hours early. He says, you know what, it doesn't matter. Look on paper, athletes, and look on paper, these guys are going to play to the end of the game, and here we are with a 5-point difference, 1:25 to go.
17-12. That's your score. Shamrocks opened the scoring, went up 7-0. Rice got a touchdown back, missed the extra point. Then Catholic Central went up 10-6 on a field goal, then 17-6, then 17-12. A missed 2-point conversion certainly looming large early on. Man in motion from the right to the left. The give on the ground again. Up to the 31, maybe up to the 30-yard line is Connor Bell. And a quick timeout by Brother Rice. I believe that is their last timeout. Maybe we can get official confirmation, but I believe that's their last timeout with $1:17 to go in this one.
This is the offensive line's dream. Snap the ball, let me get in someone's face, drive my feet, get someone behind me running hard and strong, and make a first down these next 2 plays and see what happens with that. Because, I think it's 2-down territory for them because you're not going to punt it. It's very long on the field goal. They wouldn't want that blocked.
Boy, fun night out here, regardless. Just a beautiful venue. Now, I was worried about these old school lights earlier. If I may confess, I was worried about these old school lights. But these old school lights, boy, can they illuminate the field.
You can see Jake here is trying to communicate to someone. And when he's probably yelling that communication to a receiver or calling maybe thunder on a blitz, the center thought he heard the snap count and snaps the ball. Tough situation. Tough situation. But I'll tell you what, you never lose a play on one play, ever. You don't lose a game on one play.
I'm with you there, Coach. No doubt about that.
We've had our chances, and CC's had chances to solidify the win.
3rd and 5. The give is to Jaffer. No, excuse me, that is still in there. Connor Bell, he dives for the first down, but he's going to be short. He is going to be short and about a yard short. So Shamrocks are going to let this run down as much as they possibly can, facing a 4th and 1. And that isn't 1. That's about 2 feet.
Yes, it's a short one. I think they're going to get a good play here. They may even use a timeout to gather their thoughts as I look at the staff over there, chatting over there with Declan. They're going to go big package, it looks like.
Going to wind this down. You can see him having the conversation with the official right now. And there's your timeout. 29.1 seconds to go. What else would you expect with Catholic Central and Brother Rice, huh?
Absolutely. Warriors get a stop. They get a shot. If Catholic Central gets the first down, they solidify the victory.
I must confess, whoever the DJ is here tonight as well, playing some good tunes. So shout out to the DJ here at Wisner Field. Go ahead, Lauren.
All right, well, I just want to say here before we get back, because we may not have an opportunity at the end of the game. Looking forward, there's 4 more weeks of the season after this one, no matter what happens. Orchard Lake St. Mary's next for Brother Rice, then the Division III state champs, River Rouge. Oh, I'm sorry, this is for Detroit Catholic Central, my bad. I'm all verklempt here because this is so exciting here at the end of the game. But we'll take a chance, and we'll kind of give a preview as to where everybody's going to be. Get to the game.
Old school here. I'm calling quarterback keeper. Let's see. Declan Bile, under center. Going to give it to the deep back. Puts his head down, first down, and that's your game.
Just got a text from Rob Lane. He said they're going to go old-fashioned here. He played against them back in the late 80s, early 90s, and that's exactly what they did for the first down.
Good, hard run there. The surge by the men in white. Bell with a hard run. Didn't get a lot, didn't need a lot. And this edition of the Catholic Central Brother Rice rivalry about to end with a Shamrock victory. Lauren, quickly, if you want to finish your thoughts there, I think we got a couple seconds before we bid adieu.
All right, if you can hear me, you don't need to have me on camera. Detroit Catholic Central, De La Salle next, who just beat Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Then they play Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Then they take on the Division III state champs, River Rouge. There's still one game left unscheduled for CC. That's the final game of the regular season. Brother Rice right back here next week at Wisner, Orchard Lake St. Mary's. A game will also live stream on the network. Then the rest of the games are on the road for the Warriors. They are at Bloomfield Hills, at Lapeer, who are always tough, then Country Day. It's going to be very interesting how the rest of the season shakes out. But again, regardless of what happened here tonight, this was another great game. Both of these teams can hang their head high, and both teams, I expect, should have a great rest of the season.
Well, the celebration happening on the far side of the field as the Shamrocks come away with a 17-12 victory here tonight. Coach Pop, before we say goodnight to everybody, let me say to you, first of all, pleasure working with you, and I'd love to get some final thoughts from you, my friend.
Absolutely. What a pleasure for me, and I'll tell you what, a hard-fought game on both. I know that Coach on the right side will come away with great defensive play, gave their team an opportunity the whole time, and then back to the Shamrocks finishing up what they started. They had the lead the entire game, and they had ended up with that and have earned the victory.
Really a pleasure working with you. Hope to do it again sometime soon.
I can't wait.
Coach Pop, really appreciate it. Lauren Plant down on the field. To our cameramen, to everybody at State Champs involved in making this happen, thank you for your hard work. It does not go unnoticed by any of us. For everybody involved, my name is Sean Belegian saying thank you so much for joining us here on the State Champs Sports Network, where tonight, here in Pontiac, Catholic Central comes away with a 17-12 victory over Brother Rice. For everybody involved, I'm Sean Belegian saying good night for now.